Good afternoon, New Hampshire. This is NewHampshireTrackandField.com, powered by Runner's Alley, coming to you from the Merrimack Invitational this afternoon. For NewHampshireTrackandField.com, I am Dave Zink, joined here once again by the omnipresent Jim McKenzie. And we're here from Merrimack High School in their brand new, 2-year-old stadium to bring you the Merrimack Invitational, kind of a first real tune-up for the divisional meets in 2 weeks.
That should be a good race. Nice night. About 70 degrees, I would say. A little bit of a wind, but not too bad. Mostly Division I schools competing tonight, but it's a matter of Division II.
Couple D3 and
couple
D2.
D3s, yeah.
Yep.
So be good competitive action. Missing a few kids that got selected for Lauk's game.
Yes, right.
Which is quite an honor.
Yep. Competition starting tomorrow and stretching into Saturday in New York. Looks like we got a few events already going on, our field events. The pole vault is at 11 feet already, so they're moving up pretty quick. Our first event on the track is going to be the girls' 100 hurdle prelims, with the finals to follow.
Actually, we're going to start
later
with
in the
boys,
meet.
right?
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Boys, 110 hurdles. Merrimack this year is the site of the Division I championship meet, as well as the Meet of Champions. So we'll be back here in a few weeks.
Yeah, it was good. Last year they held it here, and really nice facility. I like this track. It's more square than it is like the other ones. It's wider, yeah.
Yep. Wider turns.
Yeah,
right.
I kind of like that. And for some reason, this track to me, even on a windy day, is probably one of the better tracks at blocking the wind. It's not. I guess the wind doesn't really get a good chance, especially northwest wind doesn't get a really good chance of building up here.
Well, you can see the trees almost surround the track on every side that the bleachers don't cover. So here we are with the first heat.
Lane 2, we got Nashua North, Exeter, Merrimack, Portsmouth, Manchester Central, and Cole Brown.
Looks like that is Manchester. Nope, we have now Dylan Heiser from Merrimack is taking the lead. And he's going to win that heat.
That was a good battle for a little while, then he just took right over.
I'm not sure how they're advancing athletes today, but I would feel pretty confident saying that the heat winners are going to make it to the finals.
Right. The second heat, we've got Jacob Nickel, Concord, Kenny Ryan of Manchester Memorial, James Ference of Salem, Manello Feliz of Concord, Jordan Trombley of Manchester Memorial, Sam Bailey of Merrimack, Nazar Perry of Nashua North, and Andrew Kelly of Portsmouth. And the top seed is Feliz of Concord.
And you've got to see quite a bit of him through the connection with your son. How has he developed over the course of this season?
Yeah, he's definitely made a big jump this year. He's starting to come into his own. He's only a sophomore. I mean, his brother was the stud of the team when Concord won it.
Both of them.
Yeah, both his brothers were just superstars.
Right.
And he's well on his way to being it also. Yeah, he's got, Billy Powers, of course, is the best
the class
in the state.
of the state.
Yeah,
right.
So that's what you work up to, and I'm sure
but Billy's had two extra years of competing over Manolo.
So yeah, I think he's on his way to being, one of the top in the state the next few years.
Here we are off with this second of two preliminary heats for the boys' hurdles.
Feliz is out in front.
Yep. Looking very relaxed.
Yeah, he's got his form down pretty good.
Yep. Taking it easy. knowing he's got another heat later on.
Yep. Jordan Tremblay from
Gonna win
Manchester
that
Memorial
one.
second, so they basically finished the way they were seated.
Yep. So that concludes the boys' prelims, and we'll now move to the girls' prelims.
Please do not go in the infield. Do not go in the infield. The second flight of the girls' javelin is
So again, the finals will be a little bit later in the night after the unseeded 1600 that we should see.
Our next event on the track.
All right, in the first heat, there's going to be 6 girls, and Jordan Valley of Manchester Memorial, Ava Sharp of Nashua North, Olivia Kozik of Portsmouth, Rebecca Heinrichsen of Co-Brown, Kiara Bedard of Merrimack, and, wow, Kiara Bike of Merrimack. Kiara and
2 Kieras.
yeah, Kiara and Kiara. Don't see that every day.
Both from the same school.
Yep. And they're all basically bunched right.
Yeah, very, very close seed times.
Yeah, only 13 hundredths of a second stops them. Oh, 18:17 to 18:30. So it should be a good close heat.
Now it looks like based on the way they're seeding these preliminary heats, they might just be taking the top times. Because as we look at the boys, their heat. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
We're looking at the seedings, and Heat 2 in the boys was all faster than Heat 1, according to their seed times.
Heat 1's way faster, slower. So, I don't know. Probably couldn't go fastest. You probably see the whole last group.
Right. Yeah, you'd expect if the 6 fastest times are all in or the 8 fastest times are all in the same heat, virtually you'd get the same heat in the finals.
Right. So you get a warm-up run, I guess.
Yeah. Merrimack does have an 8-lane straightaway. They've got 6 lanes all the way around. Speeds up the prelims a little bit.
And the bar in the boys' pole vault is now at 11 feet 6 inches, 11 feet 6. The boys' pole vault.
And we heard that the pole vault is now up to 11.6 for the boys.
And adjusting the heights. The next fence on the track will be the women's 100-meter hurdles.
Looks like Portsmouth brought all their performance boards, so maybe that was their bonus, as they get to throw a couple of kids in the meet.
Right.
Here are the lane assignments for heat number 1.
Portsmouth investing quite a bit in that 2 state meets that they hosted back 2 and 3 years ago.
Sharp of Nashua North. Lane 4, Olivia Kozik of Portsmouth. Lane 5, Rebecca Hendrickson.
Looks like we're into the maybe the top flight of the discus prelims too.
And lane 7, Kiara Bike of Merrimack. This will be heat number 1.
Seen a couple of throws over 120 feet.
They're off.
There we go. That was the first heat. This is Olivia Kozik of Portsmouth. Pretty comfortably out in front.
Yeah, not bad.
And in semifinal heat number 1, that looked like Olivia Kozik of Portsmouth leading the group through.
So in this next heat, we're going to have lane 1, Sabrina Sherman of Exeter, Nikki Langua of Londonderry, Ashley Barham of Sauhegan, Shauna Kelly of Londonderry, Tori Allen of Campbell, Arcelius Candelero of Merrimack, Catherine Peterson of Pinkerton, and Adria Forand of Pinkerton.
I wonder if that is Jeffrey Allen's sister.
Yeah, that is his sister.
Yep.
She's very good. She's one of the top seeds in the high jump in Division 3. She's actually an all-around good athlete.
Yeah.
Lane 5, Tori Allen of Campbell. Lane
Interesting to see siblings going so different in such different directions
Yeah.
in their athletic
In lane 8, Adria Moran of Pinkerton. This is heat number 2,
endeavors.
girls 100-meter hurdle.
Yeah, I think she's going to be a really good one.
Here are the finals for the boys hurdles.
There we go. There's our second of 3 heats.
Tight race right now.
Yeah. Looks like it's Nikki Longwa of Londonderry. He's going to win that one just ahead of Tori Allen.
We'll wait for the timers to sort that one out. It looked like Nikki Longwa of Londonderry, but very close across the track. The girls' javelin, it looks like the second flight is now getting underway. They're measuring their
We'll have to
throws.
wait. The results of the boys' hurdles is a little cryptic.
So again, no one should be in the infield.
Looks like the top 7 times came from that second heat, as we thought we would see, with one athlete in the first heat coming in at the 8th seed.
This heat should be good.
Yeah.
So in lane 1, you got Shauna Ruth of Timberlane, Hannah Peterson of Pinkerton, Georgia Dickinson of Portsmouth, Eleanor Johnson of Exeter, Cindy Lewis of Nashua South, Acadia Mum White, Portsmouth, Erin Cunningham of Nashua North, and Skylar Bomber of Alvern. So it should be a good battle
Yeah.
between Ellie Johnson, Sydney Lewis.
In lane 8, Skylar Bomba.
Yeah, Sydney Lewis and Acadia Mom White are
The girls.
two girls who will do both hurdles and the dash.
Right.
See that occasionally in some of the top athletes who can do that quick turnaround.
Yeah, this is going to be a good race right here. Okay, they're off.
Third heat.
Looks like
That's
Exeter out in
Eleanor
front.
Johnson getting out quick. And Sydney Lewis and Acadia Mom White right behind her. And looks like they'll finish that order 1, 2, 3.
Great, just like we saw it.
Cindy
Yep.
Lewis and Acadia Mum White to the finish line. That was the third and final
So we'll wait to see what the official
girls
word is for
semifinals.
getting to those finals.
Our hurdle crew will need to clear the hurdles from the track. Our next events will be the 100-meter dash. So all the hurdles should be cleared from the track. The following are the finalists.
So we should see the boys 100 dash first.
10-meter hurdles. The 8 finalists will
Yeah, this is going to be a good one.
110-meter hurdles. Andrew Kelly of Portsmouth. James
Yeah, this
Perez
is
of
this
Salem. Ryan Kenny.
heat 4 looks like it's going to be pretty stacked.
Manolo Feliz of Concord. Jordan Trombley of Memorial. Sam
So in the
Daly
first heat, we're going to have Marshall Burns of Exeter, Nicholas Snyder of Concord, Elijah Aaron Fiske in Salem, Tyreek Noel of Manchester Memorial, and Paul Marchand of Nassau South. There's only 0.04 of a second separating these
Yep, very close
5
times.
guys. So I don't know if I like this
Yeah,
the way we're
I
doing
don't-
this, because it takes a little bit of the surprise out of
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
when they
if
meet
they
in the
are-
finals.
if they are advancing heat winner plus the next times, the guys in the first 3 heats have a distinct advantage because
Yeah,
they're
it
not
is-
going
yeah.
against the top runners.
Yeah, there's no way they're doing that.
So I would expect they're probably just going to go top 8 times
Yep.
to finals.
Yep.
Otherwise, the rest of those guys in that heat 4 are at a big disadvantage.
Huge disadvantage.
3, Nicholas Snyder of Concord. Lane 4, Elijah Arfonso.
But it makes you work hard in that first
Lane 5, Tyreek Noel
first
Yeah.
race. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't just sit back and
Can't. If
and
you're the
coast.
sixth or seventh, eighth fastest guy,
Yep.
you can't sleep on it.
Yep.
Look how tight
Yeah,
this
and in
one is.
these slower heats, I mean, all you can hope to do is win, and maybe
It's
your
like
time will
Salem
move.
taking this one.
That's Elijah Aronofsky. I mean, in these other first couple of heats, you just hope that your winning time maybe holds up,
Right.
but unlikely that, you know, an 11:09 is going to make finals today.
Track will be heat number 2 of the boys 100-meter dash. In lane 1, Zachary Jenks of Concord. Lane 2, Tristan Wood of Merrimack.
So we get Zachary Jenks of Concord. Lane 1, Tristan Wood of Merrimack. Caleb Bolden of Dover. Jacob Donahue of Elvern. And Ryan Maloney of Manchester Memorial.
This will be heat number 2.
But it does make for good races.
Oh, it certainly does,
You
and
know.
and it'll make for good preliminary races.
Right.
Whereas sometimes the prelims are, you know, not so
Right.
fun to watch because it's kind of, you know who's going to advance.
And I think a lot of times when you're running with guys that maybe just a hair faster than you, it makes you run
It pushes
faster.
you.
But
Yeah.
if they're way faster than you, it's kind of discouraging. If you
Right.
can't run with them, then
Right.
not going to push you any harder.
But obviously, in a championship meet, you want your best runners
Spread
to
'em.
have the best chance to advance.
Yep. Spread them out.
It's like we're missing. Oh no, we got everybody in this heat. It's just 3 empty lanes. So Caleb Bolden had a good start.
That's a tight race right there.
Yeah,
Look at that.
look at that. Straight
Holy
across all
God.
4 of them.
That's a tight one. Looks like
Almost
inside
dead
lane.
even.
It's like
Looks like
lane-
lane 1 might have nipped
Yep.
everyone else. Zachary Jenks.
Sort line went out. It looked like Zachary Jenks of Concord in lane 1, but too late for the official results to come through.
But I think that when you have races like that, it's way more competitive for the guys in there. It makes
Yeah.
them push a little harder.
3 of the boys 100-meter dash.
And I'm all about getting fast times. I can't. I'm done with this.
Take it easy for the first lap.
No one cares
races,
how
yeah.
fast. No one cares. No one cares how fast you run.
Right.
Okay. In these invitationals,
Right.
for the win, it matters
Right.
how fast you run. Period. The only time you're worrying about the big win is state meets.
Right. When there's a championship on the line.
Yeah. States, New England's,
Yep.
MOCs. That's when it really counts.
Yep.
Just get out there and run some fast times today.
I
Don't
mean,
worry about
I
it.
do understand why they want to give out awards at these meets, but
Oh,
I
yeah, I
think
have no
you're right
problem with that.
it's nobody's going to be talking about how you won the 2018 Merrimack Invitational.
No.
So got a view of the pole vault there. It's all right at 12.6, though they're going up really quick. Only got a few athletes left.
Tyler Troy from Cole Brown should be left at 12.6.
Yep. And it looks like a Portsmouth kid as well. To figure out who that Portsmouth athlete is. So this
they're off.
third heat is off. In this heat, that's Riley Mulvey of Salem, or excuse me, Josh Sabanda, Salem.
Yeah, he's pretty quick.
Yep. Again, only a couple of hundredths of a second separating these guys in these heats.
All right, in the heat number 4, you'll Andrew Terrace of Nashua North, Brian Jeanette of Merrimack, Justin Cassidy of Londonderry, Jaden Rumwick of Pinkerton, Dalton Mutz of Concord, Kalik Bagley of Londonderry, Jonathan Paul Hammis of Merrimack, and Avery Battle of Pinkerton. So this should be a good one between
Yeah.
Rumwick and Mutz.
Yeah, and the 2 of them are clearly the class of this field as well. Even though it's the fastest heat, I think we've got the biggest spread in seed times.
Right.
From 1st to 8th.
I haven't seen Mutz in a while running.
If I remember, he had some injury in the indoor season, did he not?
Yeah, he had an injury, and then I guess he had poison ivy all over the place.
Yeah.
The other day when we had our Concord meet. When he's on, he's tough. He's definitely.
Well, I remember him in that 4x4 team the year Concord won the Division I championship. He was definitely one of their studs.
Oh yeah.
And he was young that
Yep.
year too. He's a sophomore, I think.
Right. Yeah, when everything's going his way, he's pretty tough to beat. I think he'll push Rummick pretty hard, but they they might lay off for the finals.
Yeah.
Who knows? Oh, he's got him by a
Yeah,
lot.
he does early.
Close.
Rumwick came back on him, but yeah, I mean that was very. It's a good start by Dalton.
Yep.
We'll wait again. We'll wait for the timers to
I think Rummick's, he's definitely a closer.
Yeah.
200 will be. That'll be more interesting. But hey, who knows? He could have been laying back on that one. They look like they were going pretty hard.
Yeah, I didn't see it too much of any backing off, especially when Mutz went out hard. I think Rumwick wanted to answer.
Next up on the track will be the first of 3 heats in the girls 100-meter dash. There will be 3 heats in the girls 100-meter dash.
All right, this is 3 heats of the girls 100 dash. We have Winnie Sono of Manchester Memorial, Autumn Agri of Exeter, Vanessa Norton, Nashua South, Haley Bovier of Merrimack, Liz Marr of Elvern, and Zoe Vogel of Pinkerton, and Alexandra Carney of Pinkerton.
In lane 7, Alexandra Carney of Pinkerton.
And only 1/10 of a second separating them
Yeah,
all.
very close again. And these first 2 heats very evenly matched, and then we get to our fast heat, and there's actually quite a big difference between our top seeds and our number 8. Heat number 1. Early on, that looks like Winnie Sono from Manchester Memorial.
Yeah, she looks like she took that one.
Yep.
That looked like Winnie Sono of Manchester Memorial leading that heat.
So a few kids have come out of that first lane.
Yep.
Second heat, we're going to have Nicole Elves of Pinkerton, Sabrina Sherman of Exeter, Sarah Waite of Concord, Ashley Griffin of Londonderry, Abby Lawrence of Portsmouth, Mary Vance, Merrimack, Ariane Roberts of Nashua North, and Kaylee Langua of Londonderry.
In lane 1, Nicole Alves of Pinkerton. Lane 2, Sabrina Sherman of Exeter. Lane 3,
Langua, we saw that
of Concord.
name in the hurdles. This is her sister,
Griffin of Londonderry.
Kaylee.
Lane 5, Abby Lawrence of Portsmouth.
Ashley Griffin's the favorite in this race, 13.14.
Lane 7, Ariana
Abby Lawrence
Roberts.
coming in with a 13.18, so it should be
And lane 8, Kaylee
be tight.
Langua
Good
of
match,
Londonderry.
yep.
This is heat number 2 of the girls 100-meter dash.
Just waiting on it to start for heat 2. Here we go. A very evenly matched heat. It's really hard to tell who's leading this.
Brutal.
Maybe Ashley Griffin of Londonderry.
Very, very close across
It's
the
tough
track.
from this angle to really say it.
Timers to sort that one out.
Our final heat, just like the boys, this looks like it's going to be a pretty competitive
100-meter dash.
competitive heat with these top 3 girls.
Lane 1, Abby Coy of Nashua North. In lane 2, Taylor Moeller of Nashua South. Lane 3, Grace Devaney of Concord. In lane 4, Acadia Mom White of Portsmouth. In lane 5, Cremelli Ord.
So we get Abby Coy of Nashua North, Taylor Muller of Nashua South, Ray Devaney of Concord, Katie Mom White of Portsmouth, Chris Maley Borg of Nashua South, Ella Frazier of Exeter, Olivia Lavoie of Elvern, and Caitlin Jelly of Concord.
So Devaney, Mom White, and Borg, top 3 in this heat.
Following 8 boys have advanced to the finals of the boys 100-meter dash. Isaiah Barba of Concord, Caden Belageron of Pinkerton, Josh Sabanda of Salem, Dalton Mutz of Concord, Jaden Rumwick of Pinkerton, Brian Jeanette of Merrimack, Randall Jenkins of Nashville North, and Kalik Bagley of Londonderry. Those are your 8 finalists in the boys 100-meter dash. Which hurdle is going to go first? This must be the second flight of the discus flight.
Mm-hmm.
This should be a great race right
Yeah.
here.
Devaney, Mom White, and Borg. Devaney outrunning the shorter end of her range.
Yeah, I'm not
One
sure
of the
if she's
state's best 400-meter runners. That's Chris Maley Borg. Followed by Devaney and then Mom White.
Borg, Nashua South, Lady Grace Devaney, and Acadia Mom White to the finish line. And it looks like heat number 2 of the flight number 2 of the boys discus is now warming up. This is flight number 2, the seated heat of the boys.
So we have the
warming up.
1600s coming up next.
We have the top girls javelin tour is throwing. So again, please do not go in the infield.
Oh, we're going back to the
Do not
100.
Go in the infield.
We're going back.
Yeah,
finals.
looks like they're not going to do any 1600s in between.
All right, we're going back to the
Oh,
finals.
no. Okay. They're just holding the runners at the end of the straightaway.
Okay, so I need them to get the hurdles back out.
All right, so we're waiting for the
Yeah.
hurdles to go back out, and then
Going
we're going
back
to
to
finish
the
up the
hurdles.
finals. So let's see if we can find what we've
Who's
got
in
for,
those finals?
for these hurdles.
On the yellow line markers set for the girls' height. Hurdle crew, please set the hurdles out on the track. The next event will be the finals of the girls 100-meter hurdles.
So it looks like we're going to have Felice, Trombley, Ryan, Bailey,
Eight finalists
Ferencz,
again for the girls'
Perry,
hurdles, Tori Allen,
Kelly,
Longwa, Acadia Mom
and
White,
Heiser.
Heiser, yeah.
Sydney Lewis, Hannah Peterson.
As soon as they get lined up,
Yeah.
we'll get
And
the
then
the
I
lane.
think the girls are going to go first in the finals.
Mom White just ran a dash, and now she's going to come back and run a hurdle. She's going to be a tiny little girl.
So in the girls, we're going to have Eleanor Johnston from Exeter, Cindy Lewis of Nashua South, Katie Mum White of Portsmouth, Hannah Peterson, Pinkerton. Then we're going to have
Again, this will
Nikki
be the
Langua of Londonderry,
final call for the 1600
Georgia
meter
Dickinson,
run.
Portsmouth,
All 1600-meter runners should be
Tori
checked
Allen
in.
of Campbell, and Shauna Ruth of Timberlane.
Do not go in the infield too
So
long.
as we expected, most of the finalists coming out of that
While the
third heat rather.
being contested.
2 girls from the second heat making the finals. Katie Mom White's been doing a lot of racing this early in the meet. She's already run 200s, a hurdles and a dash. Now she's going to come back and do a 100 hurdle final and likely a 100 dash final as well. So 4 races in the span of about 12 minutes.
She's still standing, I guess.
Eleanor Johnston, she looked the best by far.
Yeah.
Most comfortable, and she was quick getting over.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
let's-
Yeah, and Exeter's got a good history of having very good hurdlers.
yeah, Hillary Holmes.
Hillary Holmes was one of the best.
Her and Betsy Garnick of Bishop Curtin had
Yep.
those battles. So it should be interesting to see how this goes down. But, you know, like we said before, the hurdles can
Be a little unpredictable.
Yep.
Catch it just wrong, and it can very much take you out of sync.
And it looks Rory Allen of Campbell. In lane 2, Mickey Longwa of Londonderry. In lane 3, Acadia Long Point of Portsmouth. In lane 4, Ellie Johnston of Exeter. Lane 5, Sydney Lewis of Nashua South. Lane 6, Hannah Peterson of Pinkerton.
So yeah, this should be a good race right here.
Dickinson of Portsmouth. And in lane 8, Shauna Ruth of Timberland. This is the finals of the girls 100-meter hurdle.
Girls dash. You're welcome.
It's a good meet. I mean, for a weekday meet too. A lot of good
yeah.
competition here.
Yeah, I like this. And then the lights come on
Finish
later
under
on.
the lights. Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
got a false
got
start.
A false start.
And we didn't talk about false starts.
No.
Ruining people's
No.
aspirations.
Yeah, and the sprints that really can throw you off your game. It's like lane 8. That is Shauna Ruth of Timberlane, who is going to be disqualified. One and done in high school. One false start and you are done. They don't give him a second chance. Which I don't completely understand why you do that to high school kids.
Yeah,
They aren't that good that they can anticipate.
right. I kind of wish in invitationals it would be.
Give them one false start.
Yep.
Charge
Ellie
it to the
Johnson.
field, and then the next one is out.
So it's getting close,
Yep.
though, in the end, though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sydney Lewis
Sydney
might have
Lewis,
got her
that's
right
what we
there
said.
at the end.
Fight to the end. She
Yeah.
tripped on that last hurdle, and
Yeah.
that was enough to put her in.
Stumble. Yeah, I think in these bigger meets, I mean, you're so like amped with your adrenaline.
Right.
Things happen. I mean, like it's not a championship meet. Charge that first false start to the entire field, and then the second one could disqualify somebody.
Right. So in the finals, like I said before, Felice of Concord, Trombley of Manchester Memorial, Kenny of Manchester Memorial, Sam Bailey of Merrimack, James Ferencz of Salem, Nazi Perry of Nashua North, Andrew Kelly of Portsmouth, and Dylan Heiser of Merrimack. So yeah, that's kind of the way we called it, though. You slip on a hurdle, and that's it.
Yep.
Again, we caution you, everyone, the seeded heat of the boys' discus, the better discus throwers are now warming up. And the better girls' javelin throwers are also still throwing. So please, no one in the infield. No one should be in the infield.
Make it work. That'll be great.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna work.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's what we were doing here.
Yeah, we don't know what lane they are in.
Oh. So it should be a good race here. Belize and the two Manchester Memorial kids.
Yeah, the Memorial kids are tough. Yeah, they got some good hurlers.
Yeah, Trombley's very good.
It's always good when you got a few hurdlers on the same team,
Yeah.
and then they feed off one another and they make each other bet. Yeah, they push each other in the practices. They push themselves, and then you can watch each other, and that's the way to go.
Offer each other help and critique. And you're competing every single day. You
Right.
don't want your teammate beating you.
Our next event on the track will be the finals of the boys 110-meter high hurdles. Here are your lane assignments. In lane 1, Andrew Kelly of Portsmouth. Lane 2, James Ferencz of Salem. Lane 3, Ryan Kenny of Memorial. Lane 4, Manolo Feliz of Concord. Lane 5, Jordan Trombley of Memorial.
Those false starts can really mess with the hurdlers, especially
Yeah.
because you have such a a tight start because you've got to get out of the blocks and then prep yourself for that first hurdle.
110-meter high hurdle.
And for them, it's all about rhythm and counting those steps to the first hurdle. And having a false start is just one more thing you got to be trying to keep out of your head. But at the same time, you need to make sure you don't false start.
And they're off.
Good one.
Memorial's leading at this point.
Looks like Kenny or Trombley, excuse me.
Even it out now.
Yeah.
It looks like
Yeah.
Trombley might
Trombley
have gotten
got
that
it.
one. Yep, Trombley, I believe, got first and Feliz second.
Here's the results for the girls' hurdles.
It was a good race.
Yeah, very good race.
Yes.
Hey, great. We're getting there. You're going to get some business finally. That concludes the 2 hurdle events. Our hurdle crew can move all the hurdles off the track now. We'll move on to the finals of the 100-meter dash. Here are the results of the girls' 100-meter hurdles. In 7th place, Nikki Longwa of Londonderry.
So what we've got for the girls' 100-meter hurdles results, Sydney Lewis won it in 15.75. Ellie Johnston, Exeter, 15.88. Georgia Dickinson of Portsmouth, 17.08. Katie Mum-White, 17.22 from Portsmouth. Tori Allen Campbell, 17.29. And Hannah Peterson of Pinkerton was 6th in 17.39.
Ellie Johnston of Exeter, 15.88.
Well, Sydney Lewis is probably happy with that.
Yeah.
Good time. It's not her best time, but
No, but it was a well-fought
again,
battle.
it's early in the season still. I mean, even though we're 2 weeks away from the division championship, it's it's a short season here in New Hampshire.
The top 6.
The top 6 finishers in that event, in every event, can pick up ribbons here at the press box. And you'll also be interviewed at the track and field tent, New Hampshire track and field tent. Our next event on the track is the final.
So our boys' 110 hurdle results.
Lane 1, Isaiah Barber.
Jordan Trombley does win the
2, Kaden
110 hurdles, 15.71 rather. Manolo Feliz in second, 15.78. Ryan Kenny, Manchester Memorial, 16.24 for third place. Sam Bailey, Merrimack in fourth, 16.33. James Ferencz from Salem gets fifth place, 16.83. And Andrew Kelly from Portsmouth will get sixth place, 17.06.
So, all right, so we'll see if we can go to the 100.
This is the first call for the girls' high jump. First call, girls' high jump.
Thank you.
I jumped it down a bit, ladies and gentlemen. The next event on the track will be the finals of the girls' 100-meter dash. This is the finals of the girls.
See if we can get that.
Yeah, that's why we don't see results on live results because they haven't run it yet.
Lane 2, Acadia Mum-White of Portsmouth. Lane 3, Ashley Griffin.
We'll get into who's in it.
Yeah.
Lane 4, Ellie Org, National South. Lane 5, Grace Devaney of Concord.
I've got Acadia Mom-White in lane 2.
Cole Alves of Pinkerton.
Chris Maley-Borg, lane 4.
Concord. And in lane 8,
Grace Devaney, lane 5.
Portsmouth. This will be the finals of the girls' 100-meter dash.
So Kaylee Longwa, Ashley Griffin lane 3. Mary Vance in lane 1. Nicole Alves in lane 6. Sarah Waite in lane 7. No, I'm sorry. Caitlin Jelly in lane 7. And Abby Lawrence maybe in lane 8. So interested to see how Acadia Mom-White comes back to her 4th race in under 15 minutes. Grace Devaney with a very good start.
Yeah, I think she was playing possum in the first one.
She's got out ahead of Borg.
Yep.
She's going to win that one.
She sure did. Grace Devaney took that one. Yeah, I think she was playing possum in the first one. She knows how to play it, too.
Yeah. She's very accomplished. I mean, she's been running at the New England level for a couple of years now.
So, next up will be the 100 for the men's. We'll see if Rumwick was playing the same game.
Yeah, right. If you let Muntz have that early prelim heat.
Right.
Looks like we've got Josh Sabanda, Isaiah Barba from Portsmouth, Caden Balageron from Pinkerton, Josh Sabando of Salem, Dalton Mutz, Jaden Rimwick, Pinkerton in lane 5, Brian Jeanette from Merrimack, Randall Jenkins from Nashua North, Khalif Bagley in lane 8. Randall Jenkins, that's a name that sounds familiar. His brother Zachary.
Well, this will be interesting to see if Rumwick's playing possum too. I don't think either one of these guys want the other one to beat him, so I'm not so sure he was.
Yeah, well, they race each other several times during the season, and they know that they're going to be back head-to-head against each other in the Division I meet.
I just never want to have someone beat me, period.
Yeah, right.
Salem's giving him a run.
Yeah. Yeah, Rimwick, but I think Muntz is going to take that.
Muntz pulled that one out.
Rimwick just started a little bit slower.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he's got enough room in the 200.
Yeah.
But, yeah, definitely Muntz took that one. Salem kid was tough, though, huh?
Yeah. He was giving him everything he'd handle.
Yep. That's what you want. I think the Salem kid had a really good, strong start.
Here are the results of the finals of the boys 110-meter hurdles. In 8th place, Nasir Perry of Nashua North, 18.33. In 7th place, Dylan Heiser of Merrimack, 17.2.
So we should have up next our first race that we can actually talk about for a few minutes while the race is happening. Unlike those dashes, you don't really get time to talk about much.
No. Well, the results in the 110 hurdles. Yeah, we've already gone over that. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I think we should have the girls' 100 results. There we go.
And Grace Devaney won that, 12.88 over Chris Melly Borg. Nashua South, 12.98. Abby Lawrence of Portsmouth, 13.26. Ashley Griffin of Londonderry, 13.31. Sarah Waite was 5th, 13.35. She's from Concord. And Mary Vance of Merrimack, 13.41. So what do we got in the mile here? 1,600.
We got 2 heats. So in heat 1, we've got Ella Simpson from Alvern, Kiara Bedard of Merrimack, Jenny Roundtree of North, Sophie Kim from Merrimack, Miranda Compton of Co-Brown, Lydia Matheson of Nashua South, Carolyn Apiki of Sauhegan, Maeva Donovan of Exeter, Anna Richardson of Exeter, and Olivia Noni from Co-Brown.
Sophie Kim of Merrimack, Miranda Compton of Co-Brown, Lydia Matheson of
So we've got
Carolyn Apke of Sauhegan,
about a 20-second differential between our top and last runners of this heat. This is the first of 2 heats, and the heats are going to go slow to fast, so our fastest runners will go second rather.
Results of the boys pole vault. Results of the boys pole vault.
We're already spread out pretty
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
For 6th place between Alex Galatis of Concord, Sam Pattison of Co-Brown.
Yeah, 300 meters in, and we've got a pretty big gap between all of our runners.
All with a clearance of 9 feet. In 5th place in the boys pole vault, Adam Dwight of Concord, 10 feet. In 4th place, Thomas Gerton of Memorial, 10 feet 6 inches.
Right now, Nashua South's out in front.
Bonnie Blackett of Exeter,
So that'll be Jenny
11 feet 6
Roundtree.
inches. And we have a tie for first place.
She's coming in as the top, well, close to the top seed.
Champions of the Merrimack Invitational, Chris Mood of Portsmouth and Tyler Troy of Co-Brown, both clearing 12 feet. The top 6 athletes come to the press box to collect your ribbons. All right, I think I'm caught up there.
So our top seed's 5:47, and they range from 5:47 to basically 6 minutes. So it should be, you would think it'd be a little bit tighter earlier on. Oh, actually, we have a 5:40 in there.
It looks like they're being seated. I don't know how they're being seated because it's not alphabetical. It's not by team. It's kind of randomly seated.
Yeah. Are the numbers matching up to who they are? Right here, do you know?
Could be.
No, they're not, because number 5 is
That's
definitely
in the
not a
lead,
Co-Brown.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Jenny Roundtree leading the way. Is that Miranda Compton?
I think that's Lydia Matheson from
oh, yeah,
South.
Compton's back there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Compton's leading that second pack.
Second back.
And then that's Olivia Noni, Co-Brown in second. And then it looked like Maeva Donovan and
Ella Simpson of Alvin.
Alvern, yep.
That looks like a 4-person race right now.
Yep. Well, Matheson comes in as the top seed for this heat, so. Well, Noni's going to pass her. So we've got a 2-person, a 2-person, and a 4-person
That
race.
is Noni leading the way.
So how does that change a mile with these wider turns? Does that really influence them, or does it kind of not matter?
Yeah, I'm not sure it matters that much, but I kind of like the turns being less abrupt, when you're running distance. It definitely changes a little bit of the strategy on how you
Come
pass
off
it.
the
Yeah,
corner? Yeah.
We're coming into the bell lap.
Yeah. So on a normal oval track, you want to make your move before the turn and not
Exactly.
during the turn.
I try to stress that all the time. You got 2 lines going together. Everything's equal until you start to
Until
bend.
you get to until you curve. Yeah.
Yep. Once you get to the curve.
Yeah. Outside's a further distance.
Now it's a 2-person race.
Yep.
So it looks like Noni and
Noni
Matheson.
And then chasing them, we've got Donovan and Simpson. And then we've got another big gap between our next with Compton, Roundtree, and Bedard, I think.
We'll see. This Nashville
Or
South girl's
Kim.
holding tough, though.
Yep.
Second place.
Yep.
It's a lot easier being in second
It
there.
is.
She's got the beat on you.
Yep.
Hopefully, Cole Brown girl seems to have it together though. So
Yeah, she's
we'll
got
see.
her arms moving.
But here comes
Here comes
the
Nashua. Oh, boy.
inevitable. Swing
Oh,
that arm a
boy.
little further
Swing
out.
that- Don't
Yeah.
make contact.
No.
Just push him outside.
Yeah.
Ooh, close one. But looks like Noni just held him off.
Good fight. You see their arms though?
Yeah.
It's like no.
Yeah. That's the soccer swing, I call it. So our last couple of athletes finishing here.
All right, in the fast heat, we're going to have Kelly Coffin of Nashville South, Jessica Fontaine of Elvern, Eleanor Dunnett of Cole Brown, Mackenzie Hayden of Sauhegan, Kendall Bush of Nashville South, Brittany Johnson of Pinkerton, Morgan Arcott of Concord, Grace Corbett of Merrimack, Emma Gannon of Salem, and Ellen Baker of Portsmouth. It should actually be a pretty good race. I haven't seen Brittany Johnson in a little bit, so Brittany and Kelly Coffin should be good.
Yeah, I remember Brittany Johnson having a good meet here last year. I think winning the 800 and the 1600.
Yeah, she piles on the events. She's a workhorse.
Her double braids are very distinctive.
That should be a good race. I'm sure she doesn't want a freshman.
No, she doesn't want to give that confidence boost to Callie Coffin.
100-meter relay team should be checked in at the clerking station and have your
No, Coffin's not holding back at all.
No, she's tough.
She's going right at it.
Morgan Arcott pulled up in third place. She's a freshman also. Hasn't quite figured it out yet that she's as good as she is, and she'll be tough.
Tighter pack than our first heat, as you'd expect. Runner's probably a little bit more experienced than our first heat.
So it's Coffin,
Johnson,
Norcott. When are they coming through the quarter in?
About 74.
74.
So that's just around 5-minute pace.
Right. If they can hold that,
Yeah.
that would be pretty good. Kelly Coffin's smooth, though. But Brittany Johnson, you don't want her there for the kick, because Brittany can
Yeah,
kick.
she is very strong kick.
Yeah, it's a good 800-meter runner.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think her natural event would be the 800.
You have Jackie Gahn running the 800
Yep.
later on, so that ought to be a good one. She ought to be able to post a really fast time.
Yeah. Morgan Orcott's got a very nice stride, too.
Yeah.
Very smooth.
Arms are a little funky,
Yep.
but she'll figure
Yep.
that out. Whatever works. She's a cross-country skier also.
Okay.
Coffin and Johnson and Morgan Arcott. Now we get a little company coming up from Salem. Emma Gannon trying to.
Johnson looks very, her stride looks a little bit off to me.
Yeah.
Like she's favoring one leg a little bit.
So we went through the half about 2:32.
Yeah. So they're paying for that fast pace early on. You can see that Johnson and Orcott have definitely dropped off of Coffin's pace.
Shaking her arms out now.
Yeah.
Hey, Morgan Orcott, though, she's going to give Johnson a run for her money.
She's hanging tough.
This is where you got to knuckle down and get tough right here on the third lap.
Third lap.
It really is.
It's that middle 800.
Like if I had never beaten Johnson before, I would make a pretty good move right now.
Yeah, 500 meters to go.
No.
Or 700 meters, 600 meters to go, sorry. Now, Johnson must have been anticipating something, though, because she made a surge.
Right.
Trying to open up a little bit of daylight.
And sometimes you got to make that little surge for yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes it makes a little bit of a discouraging feel to it. But that pack is catching up to it.
Yeah, they are.
Be surprised if they don't get swallowed up.
Ellen Baker and Ellie McDonough. Ellen Baker of Portsmouth and Ellie McDonough of Co-Brown. Starting to reel them in.
She went through in 3:52 through the 3/4.
Nice. So Johnson's about 10 seconds behind her.
This pack's coming hard now.
Yeah. Yeah, Baker, McDonough, Kendall Bush, and Jessica Fontaine all coming hard.
Brittany Johnson's listening to the footsteps.
Yeah, that pack's just swallowed up Morgan Orcott.
And Kelly Coffin's way out in front. She's got probably 50-yard lead at this point. But
Johnson's going to have to work hard, though, to keep this pack from catching her. Orcott's in a little bit of a tough spot because she's got people on her outside. She can't really make a move.
Let's see who's got the most left now.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Brittany Johnson can fight him off.
Yeah. Grace Corbett, though, from Merrimack, coming hard on the outside.
Here we go, Kaylee Coffin.
No, I'm sorry. That's Kendall Bush from Nashua South.
5'10".
Wow. Oh.
So we got Brittany Johnson coming in at 5:20.
Yep. Kendall Bush, Ellen McDonough, and Ellen Baker, and Morgan Orcott will hold on for 6th place.
So it was a good race.
Yeah, Coffin had a great race.
Yeah, it's 7-second improvement.
Yep.
So anytime you do that, that's nice. Orcott chopped off about 12 seconds. So next up on the track is the first heat of the boys mile, 1,600. Matthew Griffin of Londonderry, Michael Andrzejczyk of Dover, Thomas Headington of Sauhegan, Ryan Fisher of Merrimack, Jackson Mazeka of Salem, Andrew Frothingham of Merrimack, Nolan Preble of Pinkerton, Wyatt Mackey of Co-Brown, Sam Patterson, Co-Brown, Tyler and Trevor Scopolites of Campbell. Wyatt Mackey's back in the hunt now, huh?
Actually, I don't see him on the track.
See him?
No.
Nope.
He had his first race back on Tuesday of this week.
Top seed here is Matt Griffin, 449. Freshman from Londonderry.
Only 6 seconds separates our first and 11th position in this race, so this should be pretty tight.
Wyatt Mackey of Co-Brown, Sam Patterson of Co-Brown, Tyler Scopolites of Campbell, and Trevor Scopolites.
We had somebody else drop out too because we only got 9 guys in this race, and there's 11 on paper.
So this is Merrimack leading the way. Ryan Fisher? No?
There's 2 Merrimacks. It's either
that's Nolan Preble. I mean, excuse me, Frothingham.
Frothingham?
Yep.
Okay.
He doesn't look too bad.
Coming around, completing their first lap, leading the pack
69.
Buckingham of Merrimack.
Yep.
So sub 440
Yeah.
pace.
436.
Matt Griffin's kind of reeling him in a little bit now.
Results of the boys
Tell you what, Matt
high
Griffin's a
jump.
good-looking runner.
Results for the boys
You
high
know, he
jump.
just needs a little growing up to do, and once he gets all his strength, he was very good in middle school.
Yeah.
Once he gets it together, he's going to be a real tough one. That Londonderry team, they're going to be battling.
Yeah.
I'm not saying next year, but the year after, they're going to probably give Concord a run for their money. I can't see anybody coming close to Concord next
Yeah.
year. I mean, they lose some guys, but everybody's replaced.
Oh, well, right.
But Winnicott's going to be tough. Londonderry will be tough. Keene will be tough. You know, all the Division Ones, but you never know.
Girls 16.
But see, when you're in the slow heat here, you just can't sit on someone's
No.
shoulder. You got to
You
force
gotta
it.
go.
You got to
Yeah.
force it.
Yep. You're not playing to win. You're playing to
I have the results.
have a fast time.
1600. I haven't got the boys.
222, so they dropped off a little bit there.
Yep.
So now we're back on 444 pace. The fastest guy in here is 449. So
Yeah. Yeah, there
Nothing wrong
goes
with that.
Griffin. Nope.
Hey, kid's fighting
Nope,
him off.
He's fighting him off.
Rotherham's tough. And was Ryan Fisher in third?
Results of the girls 1600 meter run. The girls 1600 meter run.
You know, if you can stay out of these little battles and just hang out in third place, sometimes.
That looks like Jackson Mazika from Salem in third.
523.13. In fourth place, Eleanor McDonough of Co-Brown, 522.97.
Yeah.
In third place, Kendall
Well, they spread out.
Frothingham not able to hold off that second move.
He looks, you know, like a stronger kid than Griffin, but it's going to be interesting to see who's got the drive.
Well,
He
if I
looks-
had to
he looks a
say,
little older.
Frothingham looks like a junior maybe,
Right.
versus
freshman in
Griffin's
front.
freshman. Yeah.
Griffin looks good. Salem kid's coming up.
Yeah.
And this is section 1 coming around.
All right, they're coming up on the
Oh.
1200.
One lap to go.
One to
We're
go.
at 335.
Yep.
So, you know, we're looking right around 442.
Where's the entry 10? It's right there.
Salem boy's going to make a run at it.
You going to UNH next year like your brother? Yeah. Hey, good for you. You going to be as good as him? He's pretty good. All right, all right.
So it looks like Griffin and Mazika. Frothingham's kind of fading a little bit here on
Yep.
this final lap.
Cole Brown's going to go by him.
Sam Pattison
Report to the javelin throw.
moving himself into a position.
Of Co-Brown, please report to the javelin.
It's a good run right here for
Yeah.
these two boys.
This is now the first call.
I think the Salem kid, he's got to be young too. He doesn't.
Yeah, he looks like he's very young.
Matt Griffin's going to take this.
Yep.
He smells blood in the
Yeah,
water.
he does. Yeah.
Good for him. That was a good race for him.
Coming down to
That's Pattison now moving into third, but he's gonna have to hold off Frothingham.
446 for the win. So it was a
Nice.
3-second improvement for
Griffin.
Griffin. Yeah. For a freshman running
Good
446,
race.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, though, of running the 440s this year for freshmen. A couple in the 430s. All right, so this is the fast heat.
Yep.
Jeffrey Allen coming in with a 428.54, and then you get another freshman, Will Heenan of Londonderry, Dave Cook of Concord, Ryan Devine of Concord, Dawson Dubois of Concord, of Cole Brown, Joe Gagnon of Pinkerton, Kearns of Concord, Sean Holden of Salem, Kerry Daly of Londonderry, Paul Bellato of Elvern, and Kyle Mao of Dover, and Robert Sauty of Merrimack. I'm going to go off. I'm going to say Joe Gagnon is going to give a run. I'm not sure he's going to beat Jeffrey Allen, but he's
Yeah.
going to be tough.
Well, we'll watch that one.
Well, there's something's going on with him.
Yeah.
You know, he hasn't popped one yet this year, and Gagnon's a good runner. He gives my son all sorts of. He's always right with him.
Patrick Hotmore of Pinkerton.
But
Josh
you gonna get it?
Savanda of Salem and Nick Bala. Please report to the finals of men's long jump.
If Jeffrey Allen's on his game, he's the fastest guy in the heat.
Yes, he is.
Section
by quite a margin.
But he's been up and down lately. I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. But when
he didn't have a great meet at Merrimack Valley, and even at Black Bear he didn't look great.
No, but when he's on, he's tough.
Yeah.
He's scary tough.
So it looks like Heenan is right there on his shoulder right now.
Jeffrey's run a 4:23 before, so
yeah,
he's probably 11 seconds faster than the second guy in there. So that's a pretty
and
good
he's got to
cushion.
know that too.
Yeah.
It's like Ryan Devine and Dave Cook right behind them. Thanks to you, I've had the pleasure of watching those guys run for quite a while, and I've been so impressed how they've developed.
Yeah, they're solid runners. Ryan's been a little up and down this year. Dave's coming along pretty good, but Ryan, he's kind of he'll run a not so great mile, and then boom, he'll come back and beat everybody in the half mile. So
yeah,
he's having problems like at the 1200 point. Yeah. Where to me, Ryan is clearly probably the second best runner in there.
Yeah,
speed wise, talent wise, he's as good as anybody.
Right.
But Heenan stuff.
That Dawson Dubois, who's also moved up into that top 5 with Cook, Devine, and Heenan.
Ooh, there's a little pushing going on there.
Yeah.
Something.
So Gagnon not really being a factor.
No,
at this point.
I don't know what's going on with him, because he's clearly one of the best runners in the state.
Yeah.
So I don't know, maybe he's been injured or what, but he hasn't posted any great times yet this year.
Yeah. I'm just looking at it. His stride looks a little bit choppy.
So coming through in about 217, 218, so like 435 pace. So nothing they can't handle.
Yeah.
That's anybody's game of those top 4 right there. They're actually setting it up pretty good for the younger guys to get a good race.
Yeah.
If Ryan can survive this, but it's at the 1200 where.
Yeah.
But if he can stay in the hunt, and they're best buddies. Ryan and Jeff are best buddies.
How they
They're
really?
in different schools. In fact, they worked with me a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny. So they go on trips together and stuff like that. And
I think that's a unique track and field situation, because I wouldn't expect football players from 2 different schools to be hanging out, especially if it's a Division I and a Division III.
look at this stuff.
Yeah.
He's not letting them go by him.
No, he's not.
But Ryan, just go for the ride. Go for the ride. Just hang on. Bottom line is, you know what? When you get into these things, you got to just hold on. You look right at the guy's back, stare right at his back, and let him bring you along.
Yep. Oh.
Ryan Devine.
Tried to make another move coming off the turn.
All right, just hang tough, Ryan.
Yeah. Don't give up.
Ryan's got just as good a speed as Jeffrey does.
Yeah.
Jesus, he's carrying him through a good race
Yeah.
here. Will Heenan's coming on, though. No, I think he's going to be home free. Throw in one more surge.
Yeah.
But that's great.
Just right off the turn. Right off the turn.
So, Ryan, you thank Jeffrey Allen to coaching you through a good one.
Right.
Look at Heenan. He served him up a good one.
Yeah.
He's going to run sub
430.
Come on, go all the way through. Go all the way through.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he got it.
Just barely.
One Cook.
Oh. Just got nipped by Boletto at the end.
That was a good one. So I just saw Ryan Devine slip Jeffrey Allen a $20 bill. I really did. I did. He served him up. He said, "If you pace me through a sub 430, I'll give you $20."
Here's the 20.
No, that was good. That's like a 7-second improvement Ryan
great.
Devine.
Jonathan Thorne of Co-Brown. Dean Paquette.
And if Concor's going to win the New England Championships next year in cross country, they need him to be on his game.
Yeah.
Londonderry and Jeremiah Sweat of Exeter. Please report the finals of the boys discus.
All right, what do we got next?
So we got 4x1s next. Our
Thorne,
2 heats.
Flag, Hegarty, and Sweat.
So we have Timberlane, Co-Brown, Elvern, Merrimack, Manchester Memorial, and Campbell in the first heat.
We'll get it over on the other end.
Check, yeah, you have to check the events.
Where's Prince? Not running? Yeah, he's got a bum foot. Got a bum head. You know what my son said this morning about him? He goes, he's probably the most talented kid. Oh, he's very talented. But can you get him on the track? I know.
Not between the years. All right, the athletes are getting ready. Our next event on
So we got a big range here, anywhere
Yeah.
from 53 seconds to 59 seconds, so
yeah.
6 seconds.
4 by 100 meter relay.
Fast
So-
heat's definitely a little bit tighter.
This first section, lane 1.
Second heat will be a much closer, faster race.
Albert, lane 4, Merrimack, lane 5, Memorial, and lane 6, Campbell. This is
So
section
we've been
1.
saying for weeks now, it's all about the handoffs.
Oh, my God.
Doesn't matter how fast
Who are you going to
can
jinx
run.
today? It was Spalding a little while ago. That's what happens. How about the other
Yeah.
night I'm watching a basketball game, and he goes, oh, he's the one guy not to foul. And
Yeah.
he misses both shots.
Well, the Celtics survived even after they
They tried to give it away at the free throw.
Oh,
called,
my God.
called out LeBron James in Game 3, and I just said, how dumb is that? You're not even done with Philadelphia, and you're
No.
already going to talk about LeBron.
And I really think they can beat Cleveland, but they have to beat Cleveland and the refs,
Yes.
as far as I'm
yeah,
concerned.
no kidding.
because everything is about LeBron
Game
James.
Game 4 against Philly was very rough.
Relay zone 3, are you all set?
I'm not so sure that Philadelphia beat the Celtics as much as the Celtics beat the Celtics in that game.
Right. But that's being young.
Yeah.
They're doing great for having all these players missing.
Yeah, they're basically their best two players are on the bench right now. Bruins got put out of their misery mercifully.
Well, it happens. Kind of saw that happening with the end of the season when they kind of just blew it.
Yeah, I mean you don't want to go limping into any postseason, whether it's track and field or hockey or football. You don't want to lose the last couple of games.
No, play to win.
They're off. This is section 1 of the girls 4x100.
Which you can understand Jeffrey Allen not wanting to lose. You know,
Wow.
it's
No.
otherwise kind of a meaningless race.
Right.
But he doesn't want to go into his division meet having lost the last few weeks.
Right. Well, there was actually some good handoffs
Yeah,
there.
Merrimack had a great handoff.
They did. Another, well,
Yeah, a
well,
little shaky.
yeah, shaky. Could've-
Merrimack's had the better handoff. Alvarin had a great handoff.
Go right on.
All right, so who we got here leading right now?
So that's Memorial and Merrimack.
And it looks like Memorial.
Merrimack's pulling
Yeah,
up.
Merrimack's closing.
She's got the bead.
She's got it.
Good finish.
Very, very good finish. So
Merrimack took that
Merrimack's
one.
going to win that first heat.
All right, in the second heat, we have Concord, Londonderry, Portsmouth, Nashua South, Nashua North, Pinkerton, and we have basically Portsmouth and South coming in with the fastest times.
Yep.
But everybody's
Pretty close to each other, yeah.
within a second and
Yeah.
a half, basically.
And so Merrimack put together 3 good handoffs, and that was enough for them to win. And they weren't the top seed in that heat either.
In lane 1,
Alvarin came in as the top seed.
Yeah, and they didn't work
They weren't
in the top two.
right.
Nashua South. Lane 5, Nashua North. And in lane 6, Pinkerton. This is section 2.
Second of 2 heats. All these girls starting with blocks, which is what I like to see in the sprint races.
It was 2 of the girls shot, but only 1 of the.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
I think you said we're only going to be starting to send up 1 copy.
Yeah, Ryan missed it by .71, but
Ah.
4:30 is pretty good,
Yeah.
Yeah,
considering 7 seconds faster he's ever run. Nothing wrong with that.
No. Like the zones are ready. Wait the starter.
So we got, do we have Devaney, is she in this one? Or was that one and done for her? I'm not so sure she's going to.
Would she be leading off
No.
possibly? No.
And they're off. This is section 2 of the girls 4x100 meter relay. Concord, Londonderry,
Can't see the second leg. They're hidden behind the
South, North, and
discus
Pickard.
cage.
Coming up on the first exchange.
Is that maybe her in lane?
That's her right there.
Lane 1
Yep,
on the
running-
inside.
Yep.
Portsmouth looks like they're in the lead right now. Good handoff from Portsmouth. They had a way better handoff than just about anybody else in that exchange.
So it's like Portsmouth and Londonderry,
Yeah.
Concord.
Yep. That's Londonderry, Concord, and South.
South's gonna
look at
pull
South,
this.
though. Wow.
Yep. Wow, this is a close
Chris
race.
Maley-Borg.
This is a close race.
Wow.
The 2 teams that were 3rd and 4th pulled out probably 1st and 2nd
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, Nashville South wins that one.
Wow.
So the Portsmouth team featuring Acadia Mom White doing her 5th race of the day.
All right, so we have the first heat of the boys 4x100. It'll be Pinkerton, Co-Brown, Londonderry, Manchester Memorial, and Sauhegan.
Pinkerton coming in without a seed time. That's got to be a mistake. You'd figure they would be one of the favorites. That's too bad that they'll be in this heat. Although maybe that's intentional. Maybe they're not running their top guys.
All right, our next event on the track will be section 1 of the boys 4x100 meter relay. Section 1 of the boys 4x100 meter relay. Lane 1, Pinkerton. Lane 2, Co-Brown. Lane 3, Londonderry. Lane 4, Memorial. And lane 5, Sauhegan. This is section 1 of the boys 4x100 meter relay.
It's like Porter Higas from Co-Brown in lane 2.
Are you ready?
Be running the 800 later tonight.
Because Pinkerton's hurdlers, they're going down to Lokes games. I can't imagine Pinkerton losing this.
Yeah.
You got Woodman. They got Woodman anchoring it.
Yeah. Surprising that they're in this heat with a no seat time.
Boys 100 for you, and then the girls 4x1. You're welcome.
Ask and you shall receive. They're off in section 1 of the boys 4x100. Pinkerton, Co-Brown, Londonderry, Memorial, and
Yeah,
Sauhegan.
they've already made up their stagger in less than 100 meters.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a crappy handoff. Call it like I see it. Sorry.
Yeah.
But that kind of evened the field up.
Yeah,
But
right.
that just kind of took them out for the win, I can tell you, as far as winning the next heat.
Winning, right, beating all the heats and teams in the
Yep. And they
second heat.
and they probably had a chance.
Yep.
They're still going to do well,
yeah,
but,
I mean, they're going
but
to,
that was a really
yeah.
killer of a handoff for
Yeah.
them guys.
Londonderry and Memorial.
I don't know. They still might do it. Woodman's got some wheels.
44 low,
Yeah.
so.
Finishing in
Yeah.
section 1 of
Well, they still could do it, but you
Yeah,
guys would have been a
they
hell of
could.
a lot faster if you got that one
Oh,
right.
yeah. They would have been sub 44 for
Yeah.
sure.
This is the first call.
Wow.
Yeah, and their first and second runners know they blew it.
Yeah. They blew it, but
Second
they
guy.
might not have actually. I mean, we'll
Yeah.
see. But
Sloppy.
that cost them probably a second and a half,
Yeah.
maybe a second. I don't know, but
Yeah.
it was enough to cause a problem.
It's always the receiver's job to get the baton.
I bought my big bottle of water here. First problem with that is if I put a lot of water in. At my age. Next event on the track will be section 2 of the boys.
So now these teams got to chase Pinkerton without getting to go head-to-head against them. That could work against them.
So we got Exeter, Concord, Nashua North, Merrimack, Elvern, and Nashua South. Top seed is Nashua North.
So these teams
They're all
4 teams
tight.
able to go under 45, but without being able to pace off of Pinkerton, could they maybe sneak away this win? That looks like Jenkins and Mutz anchoring Concord and North.
Is that what they got?
I think so.
Yep.
Oh, false start.
Oh, somebody's day is going to be ruined.
Yeah. Well, Pinkerton now moves up into scoring position, even if all 5 of these teams manage to beat them. Yeah, I don't have anybody holding these blocks. I don't know about the wisdom of that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And come on.
None of them do, so I'm wondering if that was the officials' decision not to allow people to hold their blocks, which I don't know that I agree with. Oh, now they're going to call people out of the...
So you get the smallest girl in the world. To
Yeah,
go out there.
right.
I guess something's
Yeah.
better than nothing.
Well, I mean, and if one team gets their blocks held, the others should too. That's
Right.
really not fair for only one team to get to their blocks held. All right, they're off. Yep.
The runners are off. This is section 2 of the boys 4 by 100 meter relay. Exeter, Concord, North, Merrimack, Elvern, and South.
Good handoffs.
Yep.
Nothing glaring. Pretty even race.
Yeah. Have to give the edge to Merrimack right now. They got the baton first to their third runner. Oh, North, though, on the inside.
Yeah, we think
They are eating up track fast.
Oh.
Oh, that was a little rough.
And this is Merrimack.
Yeah.
Being chased by North and Elvern. Merrimack High School.
I think if North has that handoff clean, they probably could pull out and
easily.
There's
a lot
pass
of
Merrimack, but they had a sloppy handoff.
Yep, there was a
Two
lot of
guys ran into each other.
A lot of bad handoffs in
Yeah.
that.
I believe the finals of the boys discus are underway.
So
Please, again, do
we'll have to
not
see what Merrimack's time compares to Pinkerton's. They look to be pretty close, both
Yeah.
in the low 42s,
competing now.
44s rather.
I wish in a perfect world everybody had good handoffs,
Yeah.
just to see. You know what I mean? What you have there, but
Right.
so frustrating.
Next event on the track. Girls 400-meter dash.
All right, so we have the girls 400. First heats, Mabel Mackey of Cole Brown, Liz Breton of Campbell, Colin Monahan of Cole Brown, and Kat Jepson of Concord.
Here in section 1, Mabel Mackey of Cole Brown, Liz Breton of Campbell.
Is that Mabel Mackey? Is that Wyatt Mackey's sister?
That is, yep, older sister.
Older.
1 year.
Section 1. The girls.
Looks like
100-meter dash.
Kat Jepson
Of the boys,
not in this
100-meter
heat.
dash. In 6th place, Isaiah Barba of Portsmouth, 11.81.
Yeah, Mabel's a sprinter, and she ran an 800 yesterday,
Merrimack, 11.74.
or Tuesday rather.
In 4th place,
Yeah, a lot of these teams had meets on
11.70.
Yep.
Tuesday, so we only got 1 day rest, and that's
Yep.
to
And
me that's the worst.
Some of these schools are going to Oyster River's Bobcat Invitational, their inaugural event on
Oh, really?
Saturday.
Yep. I don't mind. I would rather run back to back than have a day rest in between.
Yeah.
I love 2 days rest, but it just always seemed like
1 day
like-
rest
yeah,
is just a weird.
It's
yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
A lot of times you're running back to back, and you run your second days better than your first day, especially cross country,
Yeah.
road racing and stuff like that.
And that looks like Mabel
Oh,
Mackey of
66
Cole
for
Brown.
Mackey.
Section 1 to the finish. Section 1 of the girls, 400-meter dash.
Get the breeze picking up again.
Yep. Papers sending our papers flying. So heat 2, we got Madeline Burke from Pinkerton, Gigi Gallagher from Campbell, Katrina Breen from Dover, and Annie Sullivan from Pinkerton.
So in the finals of the 4x100, Merrimack actually pulled it out with a 44.21. Pinkerton was second with a 44.38.
Yeah.
And then third was North. Fourth was Elverin. And fifth was Concord. And sixth was Londonderry.
Campbell, Katrina Breen of Dover, and Annie Sullivan of Pinkerton.
Pinkerton would have smoked them if they had a good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
100-meter dash.
Yeah, and I feel like Nashua North would have had a much better time, too, had they, their third runner almost ran over their fourth runner. It's not how fast you are, it's how fast you get the baton around.
In the girls, it was Nashua South, 50.69. Concord was 50.95. Londonderry was third. Portsmouth fourth. Pinkerton fifth. Nashua North sixth. So a close one there, too.
And this is Gigi Gallagher of
Gigi
Campbell.
Gallagher, Pinkerton.
Sprinting
Campbell, excuse me.
Section 2 of the girls 400-meter.
Winning this second heat, sorry, 63. Wow, it's a 3-second PR for her. Coming into the meet with a 66 and runs
Wow.
a 63.
Girls 400-meter dash. Lane 1, Megan Robideau, Pinkerton. Lane 2, Emily
Heat 3 of 5. We're going slow to fast, so we've got our kind of middle heat now. Megan Robideau of Pinkerton, Emily Delio of Nashua North, India Jones, Sauhegan, Peyton O'Donnell, Exeter, Kayla Kilcrease from Sauhegan, and Mackenzie Betty from Nashua South.
Okay, it is Mackenzie Betty. I saw the Betty, I saw Mackenzie.
Again, all pretty evenly.
We get some results
So-
from the women's shot put. Kathleen
Nope.
Collins, she won with a throw of 37-10. Abby Lawrence was second. Portsmouth. Sarah Williams from Dover was third. Victoria Conrad of Nashua North fourth. Alkalem Wambu of Londonderry was fifth. And Holly Gavin was sixth of Portsmouth.
And Kathleen's been having a great spring in the discus.
Yeah, she's doing well.
She's
huh?
had 2 throws over 140 feet.
This is the first call for the boys shot put.
Boys high jump. We had Emmanuel Nakanku of Dover jumped 6 feet. Jake Langevin also jumped 6 feet from Exeter. He got second place. Andrew Kelly of Portsmouth, 5'10", got third. And, Nate Hillier of Concord 4th. Colton Boissier was 5th, and Andre Ostadelafont from Nashua North was 6th place.
Better you than me trying to read some of those last names.
Yeah,
I
it's
got
unbelievable.
no idea how to pronounce some of them.
Results of the pole vault, we have Tyler Troy. He won with a jump of 12 feet. Chris Mood, Portsmouth also jumped 12 feet. And you get Donnie Blackett of Exeter, 11-6, got 3rd place. Thomas Girton, Manchester Memorial was 4th. Adam Dwight, 5th. And Razan Ionesco of Manchester Memorial was 6th place.
So now winning that 3rd heat was India Jones from Sauhegan. Alexa Michon from Nashua South in lane 1. Carrie Gagnon, Timberlane, lane 2. Georgia Jones, I'm guessing the sister of India Jones, in lane 3. Emily McIver in lane 4. Lisa Vasquez from Salem in lane 5. And Nashua South's Amber Hedquist in lane 6.
Right now, teams, Concord in first for the boys with 36, Pinkerton with 23, Memorial 3rd with 20.5, Merrimack's 4th with 16.5, Portsmouth 5th with 16, Exeter with 14 for 6th place. Girls team, Nashua South is in front, 44 points. Portsmouth 31 points, Concord 3rd with 21, Co-Brown with 14, Londonderry 5th with 12, and Pinkerton 6th with 11.
4.1. Could you announce again for the winners of the events to head to their interviews?
So for an interview as well.
Yep, thank you.
They're not being good picking up their ribbons either, right?
Yeah.
Hey, if I ever want anything, to make sure I get my ribbon.
It's a close race.
Yeah, this looks like
Salem and
Lisa
Sauhegan.
Vasquez, and that's Georgia Jones.
So Sauhegan pulling ahead.
Girls, Jeff.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't have enough time. They keep wearing the 400s.
Yeah.
Oh, our screen's going.
Good results from the
wonky.
girls' javelin. Laurel Breen of Pinkerton won it with a throw of 110.9 inches. Amelia Graves, Pinkerton, 2nd, 108.4. Hannah Taylor, 3rd from Portsmouth. Haley Fontaine, Timberlane, 4th. Rebecca Heinrichsen of Co-Brown, 5th. And Elena Mercado of Nashua North finished 6th.
Timberlane, lane 3, Molly Simpson of Memorial. Lane 4, Asia Mercier of Memorial. Lane 5, Dominique Milano.
So this is our 5th and fastest heat.
6, Jasmine Brown.
In lane 1 from Portsmouth, we've got Grace Ripperger.
400-meter dash.
In lane 2 from Timberlane, Sarah Papardello. Padalaro, excuse me. In lane 3 from Manchester Memorial, Molly Simpson. Lane 4 from Manchester Memorial, Asia Mercier. In lane 5 from Alvern, Dominique Milazzo. And in lane 6 from Londonderry, Jasmine Brown. Top seed in this heat is Molly Simpson with a 61.14.
Milazzo won the 600 indoors. I haven't seen that same intensity lately. I'm waiting for her to get going.
Yeah.
Remember that race?
I wasn't there for the D1 race. Not for indoors.
She was tough.
I had to take the bus back with my team.
I didn't make it home that night. I had to get a hotel for Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh,
it was
really?
snowing so hard.
Yeah.
Super Bowl suck day. That just
Yeah, that wasn't.
it was awful.
That was awful.
Yeah. But good enough for Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah.
They earned it.
We got him back, though, with the Celtics beating him in the
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that.
playoffs.
All right, battle between.
Yeah. Sarah Padalaro and Molly Simpson. It's like Simpson 59 high, so PR for her. For all of them, I think, probably.
This is the first call for the girls discus. First call, girls discus.
That 60-second barrier is kind of the
Please check in with the
it's one of those milestones that the girls 400-meter runners are really looking to break that minute barrier.
Right. Yeah, Devaney's run 57 so far this year.
Next up on the track is section 1, the first of 4 sections in the boys 400-meter dash. Lane 1, Ryan McClure of Timberlane.
So we've got 4 heats of our boys 400.
Lane 3, Farid with the Farika of Merrimack.
Heat 1 in lane 1, we've got Ryan McClure of Timberlane. Lane 2, Dennis Cote of Manchester Memorial. Lane 3 from Merrimack, Farai Mutambarika. Lane 4 from Manchester Memorial, Kyle Blaze. Lane 5 from Londonderry, Brian Metro. And in 6 from Sauhegan, Christian Hall. Four heats of the boys in the 400 today. Oh, false start. That sounded like a cannon.
Sound like a flock of geese.
Yeah.
No more.
The starter brought out his shotgun for that false start callback. Sounded like a 12 gauge. I think that callback was as a result of the timing system. Those are always, to me, the worst false starts, is the ones that are not any fault of the kids. It's that something goes wrong with the equipment.
The worst one this year was the 3200. We had 3 starts.
Oh, yeah, because of
That was Echo
the
Brown,
starting
wasn't it?
blanks. Yeah, yep.
Here are the results of the
And then they ended up timing it by hand anyway. 'Cause
Right.
they just said, "All right, we can't do this all day. Let's just get it going."
3/4 inches. 5th place, Akalam Wambu of Londonderry.
Again, for these invitationals, I think, start a watch, and if the gun doesn't, set off the system, then just go with the hand time.
Have the backup plan.
Right.
Williams of Dover.
Always have a backup plan.
10 1/2 inches.
I mean, I time road races on weekends, and we always have a backup.
Right.
We don't call back races.
And the winner of the girls shot put in 2008.
We got Londonderry out in front,
Yep.
but look who's closing hard.
That's Christian Hall from Sauhegan closing,
10 1/2 inches.
and he's going to take it 54 point. So second PR for him.
You want the 100? I just finished the girls' shot, so they may be wondering.
Okay.
You have the boys' 100, I think
Heat 2's all ready to go. Got Alexander Gibo from Pinkerton
Section 2 of the boys.
in lane 1. Orion Klahar from Co-Brown in lane 2. Cameron Toronto from Londonderry in lane 3. Joshua Adams in lane 4 from Concord. Jackson Wilkes from Concord in lane 5. And Pat Hanlon in lane 6 from Pinkerton.
And in lane 6, Pat
So this will be Orion Klahar's first race of the season,
Wow.
boys, 400-meter dash.
opting for the 400 today over the
Orion.
Klahar.
Yep.
I think I got the Klahar right.
Yep. Orion. Just like the.
My apologies.
so
Yep.
Normally a hurdler. I think his hamstring's still not 100%, so he's going to go for a little bit less of an intense race. But he obviously wants to get some times in because he wants to be running in that that state meet later. He's got to tune himself up. Looks pretty strong opening.
Yeah, he is strong.
This is section 2 of the boys 400-meter dash now on the track.
What's his best?
He's run 52s in a 4x4.
Yep. He looks like his piano's dropping.
Yeah.
But no, he's still holding. I mean, he should
Yeah.
be able to win this, I would think. That's Spencer. Is Spencer in this one? For Pinkerton? Which one is that?
That is Pat Hanlon and Alex Gibo.
Oh, Pat Hanlon, that's right.
Yeah.
Klahar looks
So
like he's going
that's
to take this.
yeah. And so Ryan Klahar.
Cole Brown finishing strong. Pat O'Hanlon of Pinkerton
Finished in 50.
leading section.
Don't know what he finished in.
Make it up.
Boys 400-meter dash.
Looks like 48 to me.
Yeah. We'll tell him that. 48 point.
It's down there.
So we got third heat on the track. Tyler Mondi from Nashua South in lane 1. Colin Miller from Nashua North in lane 2. Bryce Eckenrode from Nashua North in lane 3. Elijah Demio from Merrimack in lane 4. Reed Langevin from Exeter in lane 5. And Jordan Preventure from Merrimack in lane 6.
The girls' results in the 400. Molly Simpson of Manchester Memorial ran 60.09
Oh,
to win it. Sarah Padellaro of Timberlane was second and 60.46. Dominique Milanazzo of Alvern third. Asia Mercier fourth. And Grace Rippinger fifth.
looks like Georgia Jones from the fourth heat going to move up to sixth place.
Sixth place, yep.
Yep.
Results for the girls
So
javelin.
third of 4 heats
Eliana Mercado
underway for the boys.
from Nashua North, 91 feet 3. In 5th place, Rebecca Hendrickson, Co Brown, 94 feet 7 inches. In 4th place, Haley Fontaine, Timberlane, 96 feet 5 inches. In 3rd place, Hannah Taylor of Portsmouth, 98 feet even.
That looks like Reed Langevin from Exeter.
Of Pinkerton, 108.4. And the winner of the girls' javelin.
He's their high jumper too, right?
Yeah.
Merrimack Invitational champion Laura
Well, it's,
Creed of Pinkerton.
Colin Miller, though,
9 inches.
on the inside in lane 2, I think is going to sneak by him.
All right, so that's the javelin. If you want that, some of the girls may wander up here.
So
At least
Colin Miller, 53.8, 53.9.
Yep.
the economy, I guess.
Okay, with the final heat coming up.
Yeah.
The Woodman must be in here, right?
Yeah, yeah, he
He's
is.
coming in
lane
with
2.
a 52. You watch, he's going to pop one.
Yeah. Zach Miller in lane 1 from Memorial. Noah Woodman, Pinkerton, lane 2.
On the track,
Dante Radagonda of Exeter in lane 3. Brasden Ellis, Nashua North, lane 4. Patrick Hall, Concord, lane 5. And Devontae McCoy Sofas of Alvern in lane 6.
Donna of Exeter.
Dante coming in with the top seed time, but as you said, Noah Woodman
Yeah, Woodman's
has
run a
run
four-
in the 48s before.
Right.
So,
And in lane 6
I think this is the time to turn the switch on right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
of Alvern. This is section 4,
He's going to Yukon next year.
400-meter dash.
Hi. Laurel Green won the javelin. Where do I pick up her medal?
Right over here. Other end of the train here.
We'll take it. It was 1 flight.
And they're off. Section 4, the seeded heat.
Close.
Yeah.
400-meter dash. Miller, Woodman, Radek
Woodman's deceivingly fast because he's such long strides.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like he's moving
He can run a decent
until
800
you see
too.
him come off the turn.
Yep, he's moving good now. The other guys are holding pretty tight.
Yeah.
No.
Unless a piano drops on his back,
Yeah.
he's taking this one.
Coming down the final straight, this is Noah Woodman.
I don't expect that. I mean, he's got a very, very efficient running form. Let's yank the headphones
Wow.
off my head.
48, 49, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's back. I'd say he was 49 change, probably.
Yeah.
This is the first call, the 800-meter run.
You knew that was coming.
800-meter run. All competitors, the 800-meter run. Please check in at the clerking tent and get your lane assignments.
So maybe that's what he needed, and
Next
Yep.
event on the track will be the
is a good quality race.
girls'
Kind of
300
get him back
hurdles.
into his rhythm.
We need the hurdle crew.
Yeah, he looks strong there.
Hurdles need to be placed on the track. Next event will be the girls.
That finish in the 400 is just so much about maintaining your
Form and everything.
form and, you know, not slowing down as much as everyone else.
Here are
See
the
what he-
results of the boys 4 by 100-meter relay.
Let's see what he got here.
In 6th place, Al Londonderry, the time of 45.77. In 5th place, Concord, time of 45.21.
49.38, which is a new record.
Yeah.
Noah Woodman of Pinkerton. Ellis Brasden Ellis. Nashua North, 50.53. Dante Radagonda of Exeter, 50.89, third place. Devontae McCoy Soface, 51.95. Zach of Elvern and Zach Miller of Manchester Memorial. Actually finished sixth. So second place, Orion Clarker with a 52.
Orion,
52.45.
52.45.
And second call,
So good.
boys triple jump.
We got to be impressed with that so far.
All
Yeah.
boys triple jump. All boys triple jumper.
Well, I mean, that'll make Orion happy because he's going to the meet, the state meet, at least not maybe not in his favorite event, but at least he's going.
Boys triple jump.
That 52.45 will definitely qualify him.
Here are the results of the girls.
But I think give him another week at Seacoast, he'll probably be able to pop a 300 hurdle time that can get him to the meet.
33. In 5th place, Pinkerton, time of 51.84. In 4th place, Portsmouth, time of 51.33.
So that win,
Third place, London.
Concor's now up by 2 points over Pinkerton on the men's side, 36 to 34. Nashua South is leading Portsmouth 44 to 39 on the girls' side.
And the winners and 2018 Merrimack Invitational champions in the girls 4 by 100-meter relay, Nashua South, with a winning time of 50.69 seconds.
So what we got here? The intermediate hurdles.
Yep.
Guessing they have relays.
This could be a good race on the girls' side. We've got three athletes under 50 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know how that works. What do you have for medals for?
There's a lot
Is it just one for? Yeah, if you, so it'd be 4, like 4, 6, 4, 6. Yeah, if they have enough,
This first heat
but you can save
from Pinkerton in lane 1, we have Zoe Vogel. In lane 2 from Merrimack, we've got Kiera Bike. In lane 3 from Exeter, Camilla McAleer. In lane 4 from Sauhegan, Ashley Barham. And in lane 5 from Merrimack, Aracelis Candelario.
Yep, boys 4 and boys discus. You're welcome.
Just awaiting the okay from the officials that the hurdles are all up.
There will be 3 sections of the girls' 300-meter hurdles. Here are the line assignments. Section 1, Zoe Vogel of Pinkerton. Lane 2, Kiera Bike of Merrimack. Lane 3, Camilla Blair of Exeter.
It's interesting the
Lane 4, Ashley
the
Barham
camera crew is
of
inside that tent. They actually can't see the finish line visually.
Candelario
Right.
of
They're
Merrimack.
completely relying on the
Here are
camera.
line assignments. Section 1 of the girls' 300-meter hurdles.
That means they can't see the start either.
Wind's starting to die down again. Now,
Yep.
So did get a good.
It's getting a little
gust there for while.
chillier.
Yeah,
It's,
definitely getting chillier.
The sun's now below the tree level.
That's the one good thing about this being at night too. It's like it cools
Yeah,
down.
yeah. For those 2 milers,
Yep.
it cools things down nicely for them. Even if it's a hot, muggy day, by the time they're running, the sun is gone. The lights are on.
How fast you think Jackie Gaughan's going to go?
I think she definitely goes under 220. 213 maybe.
Yeah, probably right in there. She's capable of running so
She's
fast.
capable of faster than that, right? But she's got to do this one on her own.
Yeah, and she might.
800 is hard to do on your own.
Right, but she might because she has nothing. You know,
She's nothing else. Yeah, I mean, unless she's doing a 4x4, but even then.
I'm sure she's going to make the most of it.
Yeah.
4 minutes, 40.58 seconds. In third place, William Heath.
Well, and she was on the list. Who knows? Maybe she just decided not to come, and she really is going to Laux.
Right.
So we'll have to wait to see if she actually lines up on the starting line.
1 second. And the winner in 2018.
Did we ever get those? Never gave the results for the mile, right? 1600.
No, I don't believe we did.
Jeffrey Allen of Campbell, 428.56. Ryan Devine of Concord with a 7-second improvement, run 430.71. Will Heenan, freshman, 433.05. Londonderry, that's his PR. Paul Bellato of Elvern, I think he was a freshman too, 440.58. Dave Cook finished 5th in 441.04. And Joe Gagnon of Pinkerton, 443.66. So you got 2 freshmen in the top 4.
That's great. So this freshman class is
Yeah, this is the best.
Statewide, it's got to be one of the best ones that we've ever seen.
Yeah, it's the best freshman I've ever seen, distance running for boys.
Yeah, which is rare. You don't see the boy distance runners.
Right.
You know,
But
usually it takes them a year or two.
I saw it coming because we got our streak broken at Deerfield by the Northwood crew. But, you know, it was Northwood, Oyster River, and Londonderry House.
Yeah.
They were just absolute beast of teams.
First heat's underway.
One of the girls' 300-meter hurdle. Zoe Vogel, Kiera White, Camilla McClear, Ashley Barham, and Araceli Candelario.
That's Zoe Vogel in the lead right now. This one's a little easier to tell because you can see who gets to the hurdle first. Camila McAleer, though, is catching her. Here you can see she's hitting the hurdles in stride.
A little changing of the guard right here.
Yeah. Oh, except for that last one. They all kind of stuttered in that last one. I think that one was actually Vogel from Pinkerton, but tough to tell from this angle. Heat 2 in lane 1, we've got Rebecca Hinrichsen from Co-Brown, Samantha Franks from Pinkerton in lane 2, Shauna Ruth in lane 3 from Timberlane, Megan O'Brien from Pinkerton lane 4, Tori Allen from Campbell in lane 5, and Jaden Smith from Nashua North in lane 6. And I'm assuming this is not the child of Jada Pinkett and Will Smith running this heat. Pardon us while we take a little snack break.
section 2 of the girls 300-meter hurdles. And it looks like we're underway. The girls discus throw now underway. This is flight number 1 of the girls discus. Now underway. Flight number 1 of the boys javelin. So again, please do not go in the infield.
All right, section 3 of the 300-meter intermediate hurdles. We're going to have Haley Drew of Nashua North, Jordan Choate of Nashua North, Katie Rojko of Salem, Sarah Morin of Portsmouth, Courtney Lopez of Nashua South, and Natalie Dizlets of Merrimack.
Rojko of Salem. In lane 4, Sarah Morin of Portsmouth. In lane 5, Courtney Lopez of Nashua South. And in lane 6, Natalie Dizlets of Merrimack. This is section 3 of the girls 300-meter hurdles.
So number 1 seed in here is the girl from Salem, Katya Rojko, 48.28 coming in. But it should be a good competitive race.
And the runners are off. Section 3, this is a seeded heat of the girls.
Fastest heat here.
Drew, Choate, Rojko, Morin, Lopez, and Dizlets.
Rojko looks like in the lead. Portsmouth girl. Sarah Morin looks like in second. See when they hit this hurdle. Oh, Morin's in front now from Portsmouth. And now Salem's back in front.
Come down to the final hurdles. This is Katya Rojko of Salem leading Sarah Morin of Portsmouth.
Katya Rojko looks like she's going to
Salem.
pull it out.
Yep.
I mean of Salem, excuse me. And Morin second place. So yeah, there was a lead switch there and switch back.
Happens when you get those hurdles and you can't get them in stride.
All right, that was the last heat of the girls. 300
Now we're going to have the men's 300-meter hurdles.
the boys hurdles.
We're going to have Douglas Brennan of Campbell,
And we'll move on to the next event.
Ronan Johnston of Nashua North, Logan Plant of Salem, Lucas Cunningham of Nashua North, and Jonathan
The boys
Mullman of Cole Brown.
boys discus in 6th place. Khalil Starfisi, 121 feet 8 inches.
Thank you for bearing with us while we inhaled our Chick-fil-A sandwiches.
29 feet 5 inches.
One of the nice features of this meet as well.
Flag of Portsmouth.
They drive all the way down to Nashua to pick these up for us.
3rd place, Jonathan Thorne, Cole Brown, 132 feet 10 inches. In 2nd place,
So as well as a high quality varsity meet, you get some nice snacks.
9 inches. And the winner in 2018 Merrimack Invitational champion in the boys discus, Patrick Hegarty of Londonderry. Winning throw, 149 feet even. Those medalists can pick up your medals and ribbons here at the press box and then proceed down to be interviewed at the New Hampshire Track and Field interview tent. The next event on the track will be section 1 of the boys 300-meter hurdles. Lane 1, Brendan Douglas of Campbell. Lane 2, Ronan Johnston of Nashua North. Lane 3, Logan Plant of Salem. Lane 4, Lucas Cunningham of Nashua North. And in lane 5, Jonathan Mullman of Cole Brown. This will be section 1 of the boys 300-meter hurdles. I've announced the boys discus, so sometimes.
So we're just getting the okay from the officials that the hurdles are up.
Results in the boys discus, Patrick Hegarty of Londonderry won with a throw of 149 feet.
About 10 feet.
Jeremiah Sweat, Exeter, second, 146.9. Jonathan Thorne of Cole Brown was third. Harrison Flagg of Portsmouth was fourth. Dean Paquette of
And we're on
South
to
Egan
the
was
boys
fifth.
300-meter hurdles.
And
Douglas,
Khalil
Johnston, Plant, Cunningham, and Mullman.
Sarafisi was sixth.
So it was our first of 3 heats. Top seed coming in this with a 46-3 is Logan Plant of Salem, who is not racing.
Lucas Cunningham of North being chased by
That's Brendan
Oh,
Douglas.
wipe out.
Oh, takes a little bit of a spill.
First to fourth.
Yeah. That last hurdle is pretty tall after 300
Yep.
meters.
It's tough way to end right there.
Yeah. Pick yourself off, dust yourself off. Get out there for the next race, though. If you let a fall like that get into your head, you're never going to get back into it.
First call for the 200-meter dash. First call, 200-meter dash.
Be willing to bet that even the top Olympians have had a fall or two in their careers.
Yeah, I'm sure they have.
Now on the track, section 2 of the boys 300-meter hurdles. Lane 1, Dylan Kaiser, Merrimack. Lane 2, Trevor Nall of Dover. Lane 3, Xavier Provost from North. Lane 4, Justin.
Heat 2, we've got Dylan Heiser from Merrimack, Trevor Nall from Dover, Xavier Provost from Nashua North, Justin Patton from Exeter, Keyshawn Rowell from Co-Brown, and Nick Richards from Concord. This looks like Justin Patton.
2 hurdles to go. This is Justin Patton of
No,
Exeter.
Xavier Provost is coming up on his inside, though. If he can catch that in stride, yeah,
Provost finishing strong.
easy. Finishing about 44. So basically his seed time coming in.
It's like when you lose the momentum.
And the next
It's over.
track,
Yeah, it's over.
Section 3 of the boys 300-meter hurdles.
The hurdles are weird. A lot of times, though, you see guys race and they'll have the same time over and over and over again.
It's
And then
incredible.
finally, one time, the race, they click
Yep.
and they'll drop 4 seconds from their time.
Lane 4, Brian Kenny of Memorial. Lane 5, Ron
This is going to be a good one, though.
of Memorial.
There's been some battles already this season between Nickel and Ryan Kenny.
Yep.
3 of the boys 300-meter hurdles.
Third heat has Brian O'Malley of Portsmouth in lane 1, Jordan Trombley, who was the winner of the 110 hurdles in lane 2 from Memorial. Jacob Nickel from Concord in lane 3. He's the top seed coming in. Ryan Kenny from Manchester Memorial in lane 4. Razvan Ionescu from Manchester Memorial in lane 5. And Andrew Weeks from Portsmouth in lane 6. So we've got Nichols and Kenny battling it out.
This is the first call for flight number 2 of the boys javelin.
Kenny beat
Competitors
Nichols
in
at
flight 2
Concord earlier
of
this
the boys
season.
javelin. Please report
a week
to the
ago.
official at the javelin venue.
Right now, I'd say it's pretty even between the two of them.
Flight 2 of the boys javelin.
Although it looks like on the inside lane 2, Jordan Trombley is ahead of both of them. Let's see how Trombley can finish. Right now, any of these 3 could win.
Wow.
Being chased by his teammate Ryan Kenny.
That's Trombley,
Jacob Nickel.
41 low.
So Trombley took it to him.
Yeah,
That concludes the boys.
that's 2 wins for Trombley, both hurdles.
Yep.
Remove the hurdles from the track. Please remove the hurdles from the track. And then the hurdle crew can take a bow because you're done for the night. Well done.
So we got now the 800.
Yep. Up next, yeah, we got one of the races we've been waiting for.
Here are the results of the girls.
Although
400-meter run.
Jackie will be in the second heat if she's racing today. She
Yeah, I saw her warming up.
Yeah, okay.
Sauhegan, 63
213. That's my prediction.
In 5th place, Grace Ripperger of
I'm going to say 211.
211.
62.01. In 4th place, Asia
Our
Mercier,
first heat, we have
62.47.
15 runners.
In 3rd place,
We've got Adele Alexander, Danny Jewell, Abby Dubois, Mackenzie Hayden, Ciara April, Cassie Hemming, Erin Murray, Alexandra Seeley, Kayla Rowell, Jessica Kaplafka, Caitlin Buford, Paige Graziano, Megan Whitnell, Catherine Peterson, and Kaylin Rourke in this first heat.
Memorial, winning time 60.09 seconds. Those athletes can pick up their medals here at the press box.
What do you think of your first Chick-fil-A?
Good.
Yeah?
Yep.
They'll be using that barrel start for the 800. About half the field starts on the finish line, and the other half moves out to lane 4. They got to run 100 meters in that outside lane 4 until they can cut in right in front of the long jump pit.
Medals are down that end. Congratulations.
Thank you. What's your race? 400. More results for you.
Cranking up. I'm getting better. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. See your shoe. Yeah, I need to go find her. Okay. Yeah, I'll stay up here. I'll go ask if she's
So first heat is off.
This is
What do we got for the fastest person in here seated?
231.
231.
Yep.
800-meter run. Section 1 of the girls' 800-meter run.
I'm also going to predict that the winner of this heat beats at least 3 people from the second heat.
Here are the results of the boys' 400-meter dash. Results of the boys' 400-meter dash.
Kaylee Coffin's in this one too, huh? Coming up.
Yeah.
Miller,
It's going to be a good race. The second.
2.85.
Yeah, for second, right.
Fifth place, Orion
I don't know.
Lamar,
I mean, Macy Graves is
52.45.
good 400-meter run. I have yet to see her run the 800.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean, I can't imagine Jackie Gaughan's going to make this a tactical race where she just waits to the end and
No, I think she came.
sprints everybody. She has a goal in mind.
She doesn't mess around. That's one thing about her. She doesn't come just to run. She comes
Right.
to race.
Right.
And I like that attitude.
To make a statement.
Yep.
And the winner of the boys' 400-meter dash,
This is Mackenzie Hayden
Merrimack Invitational champion,
leading in this first heat in lap 1.
49.38 seconds.
She's going through at a 72,
I just announced
72,
the
so
boys'
224 pace. So that'd be a big PR for everybody in this heat if they were able to hold that.
Section 1 of the girls'
Top
800
time coming in just under 232.
Adele Alexander, Danny Jewell, Abby Dubois, Mackenzie
Ciara April moved to the
Ciara
lead,
April, Cassie Hemming, Erin
coming off the
Murray,
turn.
Sandra Seeley, Kayla Rowell, Jessica
Cooling off nice now.
Yeah, it is.
Caitlin Bufard,
Setting up good for that 2 mile.
Megan Whitnell, Catherine Peterson,
Nice and cool for them.
Rourke on the track.
No overheating.
Nope.
Okay, so who's in first? Who's on?
Ciara April's in first. I believe.
Yep. She's looking strong.
She isn't giving up that lead.
No, nope, not at all. She's going to go under 230.
And they're coming down the final 100 meters. This is Ciara April of Pinkerton. Finishing kick. With a battle for
Strong
second.
finish.
Abby Dubois.
So 227 for April, or Ciara, sorry. So that's a 6-second PR for her.
You lay
So
it out
227.
there.
Just
Never know
wait.
What you gonna do?
My prediction. She beats 3 girls from the second heat.
Yeah, I bet she does too.
227. Yeah. That's good for number 7 seed coming into the fast heat.
Now stepping on the track is section 2. The second 2 sections in the girls' 800-meter run.
Got word from my wife that our
Of Exeter, Macy Graves,
basement living room is being invaded by ants as I speak.
Nice.
Hannah Swain,
Carpenter ants or
No, the sugar ants, the little tiny ones.
that's nothing.
Sophie
Yeah.
Laird, Co-Brown.
Don't worry about them.
Abby O'Connor, Co-Brown. Kendall Bush,
Take care of them.
South.
Yeah.
Allie Coffin
Well, she's
of South.
4 months pregnant and she doesn't want to touch the ant traps, and I said, yeah, don't do that.
Co-Brown, Jenny Ladd of Souhegan, Grace Mercier of Exeter, section 2 of the girls 800-meter run.
Thank you. Huh?
So we got Jackie Gahn, Macy Graves, Emily Sweet, Hannah Swain, Morgan Nault, Sophie Laird, Abby O'Connor, Kendall Bush, Callie Coffin, Bailey Carello, Ella Malone, Jenny Ladd, Grace Mercier, Sylvia Cattle, and Emma Gagnon.
And section
So both Nashua South girls coming back off of the 1600.
We have 15 athletes in this race.
Be interested to see what kind of speed she's got.
Yeah. Now Jackie Gahn's off to the races already.
Graves is pulling right up.
Yes.
Graves is going to give her a fight.
I'm gonna feel it.
Yeah.
What's your name?
She was on the she started on the barrel, but she's went way out ahead of Jackie Gahn.
Is that Graves?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did they get hiking results yet? Not yet. No. Okay. Do you know what you got? First. Oh, okay. I'll just write you down. Thank you so much.
Shows you nobody's gonna give it to Jackie. They're gonna make her work.
Yep, they're going to make her work hard.
Graves leading the group through. Jackie Gahn in second.
Oh, they're out fast.
Yeah, they're going to be right about what you said.
67.
Did they call 300 hurdle stuff yet?
I haven't announced it yet.
Graves is looking strong. She's not
is.
fading.
Third place looks pretty good,
Yeah.
too. Emily Sweet.
Yep.
Hey, are you recovering?
Jackie's gonna have to pour it on right here.
She looks like she's fighting herself
Yeah,
right now.
she does.
But I think this is when it's going to change.
She just gotta relax and know that all of her training up to this point is gonna carry her in.
Tell you what, Graves is tough, though.
Yeah. 200 to go, and
Nope, I think Graves is going to take
yeah,
this.
I think so.
Just like I said earlier, I said Graves is going to win this one. No. Wow. Graves hammered it.
Yeah.
That's why you never know it.
Yeah, Emily Sweet's not out. She may give Gahn a go for it too.
She's going to give her the inside lane if
Yeah,
Gahn doesn't want it.
Gahn moved outside.
Graves is nailing it.
Macy Graves of Pinkerton.
Yeah, 220.
Yep.
221, 222 for
Yeah.
Gahn.
So
I was wrong.
not a lot of top end speed there.
No.
For Gahn, but she can grind for a long time.
Yeah, she can.
Sometimes that's the way it is.
I mean, she can hold that 800 speed for.
A
I mean,
long
she's
time.
run a 443,
Something.
444
Yeah,
in
she
the
can just keep
mile,
going.
so
But-
she can basically run that twice.
So Macy, that was me saying you were going to win, and
Stepping onto the track.
actually I got it mixed up because I thought it was Amelia Graves we were talking about.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's Macy Graves.
The first of two
Beautiful.
sections.
She's the younger sister, right?
Yep.
100-meter run.
That was a good race for her.
Bill
That
Drake,
was.
Souhegan, Josh Fellow, Merrimack, Thomas Headington.
I guess it's always easy to pick a favorite, but
Yeah,
when you look pretty bad, then you don't. But
I was wrong about my other prediction too. There were 5 girls that 227 beat,
Rodriguez, Lauren,
not just 3.
Tracy O'Donnell, Timberlane,
How many she beat? 227 beat?
5 girls in that second heat.
Yeah.
section 1 of the boys 800-meter run.
But Jackie kind of looks like she was fighting herself
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
And then over by the 300 mark, you could tell she definitely.
She was overstriding, I think,
Yeah.
with her kick.
You don't see her lose very many times.
No,
Especially on
certainly,
the track.
especially in New Hampshire too. You know,
But she's going
on a track in New Hampshire, she probably hasn't lost since she's been in high school.
Right. And she's definitely, not really an 800-meter runner.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I call her a solid 2-miler.
Yeah. And 5,000 on the track might be her better event anyway.
National champion.
Yeah.
On the girls' pole vault at
In this first heat of the boys, we got Bill Drake,
vaulting at 10.
Josh Fellow, Thomas Headington, Josh Lentz,
Again, we caution
Will Horgan, Colby Hoffman, Carlos Cosme Rodriguez, Tracy O'Donnell, and Luke Gomes,
go in the infield.
ranging 208 to 210. So boys 800, There's no slouches in either heat.
No.
Will Horgan of Malvern leading the group through.
Selvern kid looks good.
Yeah.
Followed by Josh Fellow of Merrimack.
Will Horgan.
Going through at 59.
Yeah, that's basically what you need to do.
Yeah.
If you're going to be a sub 2-minute guy, get some money in the bank.
Yeah.
I was telling that to Matt O'Brien today. I said, don't mess around tonight.
Yeah.
And I was hoping Prinz was going to be it because Prinz is, he's fast.
Right. Yeah, Will Horgan's putting together a good race. Minute 30 through the 600.
Here comes the piano. Is he going to
Yeah.
hold it?
To keep his arms moving.
Yeah.
And coming down the final 100 meters.
Lift their knees, keep their arms moving.
Being chased by Thomas Headington.
You can tell when the chin sticks out farther than the forehead.
I like when the guys start looking at their legs. 205.
205.
Yeah. That's what.
That's legit time.
Yep. That's what Gabe Dealey did last year in the slow heat. He ran 205. 205 solid.
Yeah.
All right, so hopefully someone will break 2 here.
Yep.
You got,
205 makes you a really valuable athlete on a team because
Right.
you can range down to that 400. You can run a 4x8. You can run a 4x4, and you should be able to do a sub 430 mile.
So in this heat, we got Matt O'Brien of Concord, Yassine Jakib of Nashville North, Nate Nichols Concord, Zach Plaza Pinkerton, Jeffrey Allen Campbell, Porter Higas, Cole Brown, Andrew Payton Merrimack, Ethan Damaris Pinkerton, Eben Bragg Concord, Devin Crowley Merrimack. None of these guys have ever broken 2, so maybe this will
None
be
of
a
them.
coming out
Oh,
party
wow.
for this. You got a few state champions in there. You got
Yeah.
O'Brien and Allen have won state championships.
Yep.
So, see what happens. Yassine Jakib, he's been hot lately. He helped Nashville North the other day with Vorback, Curran, and
Ireland.
Ireland
Yep.
set the school record in 8:08.
That's right. Right at the Clipper Relays. Porter Higas ran a 53.400 on Tuesday at their
Porter's
home
tough.
meet
Porter's a man already
at 15 years old.
Yeah, he really is.
Oh, some bumping and grinding.
Yeah, no messing
Like
around here.
Jeffrey
You gotta go.
Allen's stuck in the back of that pack,
Yeah.
like the very back of the pack.
Ethan Damaris is working up on the outside.
Yeah.
Matt O'Brien's taking the lead. Yassine Jakib's in
Yep.
second. Damaris is tough, though. He's a Pinkerton kid. Tough. Nate Nichols coming up from the outside now. I kind of hope one of these guys.
29 through the 200, so O'Brien's listening to you.
Yeah, I'd like him to be 58. Just get some money in the bank.
Yeah. He's in a good spot, too, because he's not going to get boxed in where he is. He's got to be careful, though. Allen's coming on the outside. Nichols on the outside,
Yeah.
too.
I'd like Allen to go to the front, to be honest
Yeah.
with you.
So a little bit
59.
slower, 59.
If Matt can stay there, Matt should be able to kick him. I'll kick him. But he's got to keep.
He's got to keep Allen in range, though.
Damaris is tough though too.
Yeah.
But don't.
There we go. He's closing up on him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But see, watch the head. This is what I was always harping on him. Keep your form. Keep your
Yeah.
form. Yep. This is what we discussed the other day. Make the move before you go into the turn. Damaris is sitting good though. Pinkerton.
Yeah. Marison's got his arms moving.
Yeah. He's sneaky fast.
Yeah.
Yassine looks
O'Brien
good.
looks strong, though, coming
Yeah.
around the turn.
Zach Plaza, I coached him. He's on my all-star
Yeah.
baseball team.
Keep your
Matt
head
O'Brien.
together.
Oh, you got to keep it. Look
Oh.
at Yassine.
Oh.
He's looking at his legs.
Yes.
When you look down your legs.
Don't quit on
Ooh,
me.
I think he
Too
got
flat.
Too flat?
Yeah. It's a good race.
Good race. That was a big one for him. Colin Connery is a 158 guy. He's running at Laux.
That concludes the 800-meter run. And the next event
That was a
on
good
the
race.
track
Yeah,
will be
this is very
the
good.
girls' 200 meters. All boys from the 200
We
meter
got
dash,
our 200 dashes next.
13:10, and have their lane assignments.
As always,
Also
we've got the
competitors
most
in the 3,200 meter run.
number of athletes in our 200 meter dash.
And get your
That's always the way it
lane
works out.
assignments.
Yep, we're looking forward to the rematch of Rumlick and Mutz.
Mutz, yeah.
Here are the results of the boys 300 meter hurdles. The boys 300 meter hurdles in sixth place. Razvan
That was good for Matt.
of Memorial, 44.08.
He didn't get into Laux either.
Who didn't?
Matt didn't get into
Yeah.
Laux either.
44.00.
But you know
Yeah, I
what?
mean, if you haven't run sub 2 minutes, it's
No,
tough.
he was trying. He was trying for the mile, but
Oh,
you
okay.
know,
In third place, Jacob Nickel.
he might have been able to get in for the mile, but he. No, he missed it.
Second place, Ryan
My son probably he would have been in for the mile because he's
40.76.
he ran a 4:26, but he
Yeah.
didn't put in for that. He put in
Yeah,
They only
two.
take 32 kids for the 3,200.
18, Merrimack Invitational
That's
champion,
tough.
Jordan Tremblay of Manchester Memorial, 40.55 seconds. Those athletes can pick up their awards at the press box. Okay, just announce the boys.
Jordan Charlie and Ryan Cutting for 300 miles.
Too flat, huh?
Yeah.
Can't win tonight. So we got in the 800. Get Matt O'Brien of Concord running 2 flat .69. Yassine Jakib 201.17. That's a PR for him too. Zach Plaza 202.56. Ethan Damaris 202.57. Porter High gets a 204 as a freshman.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's really good. And Andrew Payton 204.70. Jeffrey Allen kind of made that race though. So, when he took the lead.
Yeah, he really did.
It's always good to have a target that you're after instead
Yeah.
of.
Brian had a great last 200 meters. Once he made his move on Allen, he didn't.
No.
He committed and just.
He clearly has the best kick out of all those
Yeah.
guys. He's got a great kick. But I tell him, don't wait for your kick. Just go through. Your kick will come naturally.
Yeah.
If you believe in yourself and
Yeah.
stay in the fight, the kick will be there.
Yeah, just down the other end. Yeah, you can walk through if you want.
Thank you.
I won't bite.
Yeah. If your first 600 is 140, you're not going to close in 19 seconds.
Right. So how many heats of the 200 we got?
We got
Five?
5 heats of the girls and 4 heats of the boys. And I see they're a little bit late getting down to the start of the 200.
On the team scores, Concord's boys 52. Manchester Memorial's now in second with 39.5. Pinkerton is in third with 36. Portsmouth fourth with 26. Exeter's fifth with 24. On the girls' side, Nashua South 64 points. Pinkerton 55. Second. Portsmouth is third with 47. Concord fourth with 21. Co-Brown fifth with 19. Results of the boys' long jump. We got Josh Sabanda, jumped 20 feet 11 from Salem.
Good.
Tyler Mondi of Nashua South, second. Cam Duncan of Portsmouth, third. Patrick Cotnor of Pinkerton is
Looks like we're getting ready. The next event on the track will be the first of 5 sections for the girls' 200-meter dash. In lane 1, in lane 2, Katie Noyes of Sauhegan. Lane 3, Alexandra Carney of Pinkerton. Lane 4, Mabel McKee, Co-Brown. And in lane 5, Emily Fagundo of Dover. This is section 1 of the girls' 200-meter dash.
job today.
Thank you. What are they? 100. And I'm gonna put a 4x1 to you.
Not everybody that wants to meet you is Mr. Razell.
What's the password here?
Yeah.
Password?
When you're up.
It's Mr. Razell.
James Irving. Oh, you have to call him Mr. Irving?
Yeah.
Jeez.
It's Mr. Irving. It's really odd.
You looking for a medal?
Yeah.
I'm looking for this.
Nope. First heat is off. Katie Noyes, Alexandra Carney, Mabel Mackey, and Emily Fagundo.
Yeah, no, you list on the wrong side.
I don't know who that is.
Oh,
Tom Stearns for pole vaulting.
And Jacob Nicholson.
no, we obviously don't have the most recent heat sheets because there's 6 girls in this heat.
I'm sorry. Like a funny you're talking about you, Jacob.
So our heat sheets will not be all that helpful because it looks like they've reseeded.
They must have reseeded. This doesn't match at all.
Nope.
Sorry, girls.
And our live results website is no help because it just lists them alphabetically.
I thought that was by height, actually.
By zip code, maybe.
Next on the track will be the next heat of the girls 200-meter dash. Sure, I'll take it.
It's all right. We've done this without names before.
Can we zero in on them and try to figure out?
It's a tough angle from
Yeah.
where we are here. That's definitely Tori Allen from Campbell in lane 1. Maybe Elise Rimwick in lane 3. Aliana Mercado in lane 5. Nicole Alvis in lane 6. I'm just giving names that go with the uniform color. I don't know if that's actually those athletes or not. That's Taylor Moeller from Nashua South in lane 2. Wow.
Like Taylor Moeller from Nashua South.
Got Nicole Alvis, though, in the lane 6.
Next on the track, the section 3 of the 4 heats in the women's 200 meters. Lane
Like,
1, Brittany Vance of Merrimack. Lane 2, Melanie Hutchinson of Merrimack. Lane 3, Brittany Fernandez of Londonderry. Lane 4, Sabrina Sherman of Exeter. Lane 5, Jillian Viella of Londonderry. And in lane 6, Abby Lawrence of Portsmouth. This is section 3 of the girls' 200-meter dash.
So that was Vance, Hutchinson, Fernandez, Lawrence, and Villela in this heat.
Lawrence already, she came in second in the shot put. I coach at Portsmouth. I coach her in the shot put.
Yep.
She's like 6'1", a terrific athlete, basketball player.
Huh.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? That's why I grabbed it.
Back in the Mike Grogan days.
Yep.
This is Vance, Hutchinson, Fernandez, Sherman, Villela, and Lawrence.
How'd you get hooked up with them?
Believe it or not, I coached there like 40 years ago.
Oh, you did?
And leading around the turn, this is Melanie Hutchinson of Merrimack.
Hutchinson of Merrimack.
Followed by Brittany Fernandez and Sabrina Sherman.
So what years? Because I was there 79 to 83.
Yeah, I was there like 77, 78, in the winter 79.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I coached like shot put,
Yep.
discus, javelin.
So we won it 82, 83.
Fourth and final section of the girls' 200-meter dash. Lane 1, Sarah Waite of Concord. Lane 2, Sarah Padalaro of Timberlane. Lane 3, Prismelli Borg of South. Lane 4, Sydney Lewis of South. Lane 5, Jessica Bryan of Londonderry.
So it looks like this final heat,
6, Alana Choate.
Waite, Patarello, Borg, Lewis, Bryan, and Choate. So our top 6 seeds stayed in the race. This will be a good match between Borg and Lewis, both of Nashua South.
Yeah, it should be a good race.
Yeah.
Lewis is having a pretty good night tonight.
I think Devaney would have done well against these two.
Waite, Pedalaro, Borg, Lewis, Bryan, and Choate.
And now it's Borg on the inside.
Powering around the track.
Yep,
Lane 3,
Borg.
Prismelli Borg of Nashua South. A battle for second place.
Timberlane looks like maybe
Timberlane's
second.
creeping. Yeah, I think she held him off, though.
I have the boys' long jump here.
Okay.
I just haven't announced it.
Okay.
Ask him if he wants that because he didn't get to eat. I just had one, so.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. You guys got 7.
So next up, we got the boys 200.
That was a good race.
First of 3 sections of boys' 200-meter dash.
So 3 sections of the boys, so they've reseeded.
Malvern.
So did you fix that mouse?
Lane 2, Jason.
No, battery's dead.
Battery's dead.
Yeah.
Lane 3, Justin Cassidy of Londonderry. Lane 4, David McCoy of Londonderry. Lane 5, Alex Galatas of Concord. This will be section 1 of the boys' 200-meter dash.
So looking forward to that third and final heat with Rimwick and Mutz.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Rematch of the 100 dash.
Rumwick's gonna be tough.
I think the 200 is more his natural event than the 100.
Mutz is no slouch, but it's going to be a good one. It just
Yeah.
seems in that 100 that Rumwick's closing, but
Yeah, Mutz has a quicker start.
Rachel, you're ruining his dreams. She won, I think.
First
She
heat.
won or came in second?
It's
wind's
going.
dying down nice now.
Yeah,
Because it was going the wrong way, basically.
yeah.
It was pulling down the thing.
You get ribbons for really?
So section 1,
It's a close race so far.
Cassidy, McCoy, and Galatas on the track.
All right, here.
The big guy's looking like he's
Yep.
going to take that one.
Galatas.
He must be a football player. That kid's strong.
Yeah. It's Brendan Frost, maybe? Nashua South.
Thank you. Oh, all right. Yeah, I can see. Let me check here.
So our next heat. See, we got Pinkerton. Nope, next heat.
More results for you.
I think I'm going to catch up during the 32.
32, yeah.
Yeah, how are you? You did well. What'd you get, third or fourth?
It's like Londonderry, Kalik Bagley.
Results down there. You get your medal.
Doing a great job announcing.
I'm trying, hanging in there.
Pinkerton, John Brooks, maybe.
So are we going to have 4 heats or are we going to have 3 heats?
3 heats.
3 heats.
Yeah, 3. This looks like Sam Orzakowski. Is that him in lane 4?
It is.
Okay.
This is section 2. The boys.
So Nashua North. Andrew Terrace in lane 5.
Andrew Terrace and Albert Matrill.
This is a good heat.
This is John Brooks
John Brooks and Kalik Bagley.
and Kalik Bagley.
Brooks, is that a
Nice
Pinkerton kid?
race. Yep, Pinkerton.
Wow.
Yeah, they're so deep they can run.
Yeah, Pinkerton's tough.
They can run 4 guys in just about any relay.
All right, so who do you think's going to win?
I think this one's going to be Rimwick.
I'm going to go with Mutz.
How'd you do in the pole vault? Did you pole vault? Sam?
Yeah, I got 9.6.
Yeah, I saw you try at 10, so get some good attempts.
Should be Ellis, Paul Hamas, Rimwick, Mutz, Gennett, and Battle.
I think it's going to be close.
Yeah, I think that's definite. Oh, you know what? Rimwick's not running.
Well, that's why I said Mouse.
Oh.
I don't know. The other kid in the Pinkerton in the inside lane's tough too, though.
Yeah, Battle.
This is Mutz. He ain't gonna,
Yeah,
he ain't gonna lose
yeah.
this one.
He's going to hold this one
Yep.
easily.
I think Conkin's gonna win this meet.
Jonathan Mohammed of Merrimack.
Yeah, I didn't see Pinkerton having anything in their 3,200, so.
No, that's gonna be a Conkin win too. Can we predict that right now?
Well, right.
I don't know. We'll see.
Well, they got Gagnon coming back, but he
Yeah,
didn't
he
didn't
didn't look
look
good
all
at
that
all.
sharp in his 800.
It's gonna be between Forrest, Tangway.
Curran,
Curran's tough. Curran's a sleeper, and
Duncan.
I'm thinking Eli Bosch Dining's gonna.
Okay.
You know, he was the second best runner in the state cross country.
Huberdeau's in
Division
that
Huberdeau's-
race too.
Yeah. I'm looking for Bosch Dining to have a good one tonight.
Yeah.
He went away for spring vacation, and I worked down in Biloxi, Mississippi for Hurricane Katrina, believe it or not. Still
Really?
picking up that
Wow.
mess down there.
13 years later.
Yep.
That's amazing.
He's going to get the time on
Yep.
this.
Girls 3,200 meter run. There are 16 entries in this event.
You want to run down our
Yep.
start list?
So this girls 3,200. We have Megan Cross of Pinkerton, Caitlin Gregoire, Londonderry, Violet Sullivan, Exeter, Addison Cox, Cole Brown, Ariana Baracchio of Nashua North, Mason D'Amelio of Pinkerton, Maya Krishman, Nashua South, Morgan Arcott of Concord, Jamie Conmee of Nashua South, Lauren Brennan of Merrimack, Sarah Dupuy of Cole Brown, Adriana Zlotnick of Sahuagin, Grace Jordan of Exeter, Rachel House of Merrimack, Cindy Carney of Cole Brown, and Hope Bebo of Merrimack. So they range from 11:30 to 13:03. So you got a minute and a half. So there could be
Gonna be some lappage.
could be some lapping.
Yeah.
You know, you never know. Girls might catch fire today. But a lot of girls around the same ability too.
Yeah.
You know, there's no superstar in here.
Well, I was gonna say that top 5 is all pretty darn close to each other.
Gregoire, Londonderry, Violet Sullivan of Exeter,
So it could be anyone's game in the top 5.
Ariana Brasio of Nashua North, Mason DeMello of Pinkerton, Maya Krishnan of South, Morgan Orcutt of Concord, Jamie Conmee of South, Lauren Brennan of Merrimack, Sarah Dupuy of Cole Brown,
Morgan Orcott coming off a pretty good mile.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a
Rachel House of Merrimack, Cindy Carney of Co-Brown,
7-second improvement, something
Yeah.
like that.
of Merrimack. This will be 8 laps of the track.
What's your name and what's your name?
Megan Cross right now leading Violet Sullivan.
No, you're good.
Here are the results. The girls' 800-meter run. The girls' 800-meter run in 6th place. Sophie Blair of Co-Brown, 2 minutes, 26.12 seconds. In 5th place, Abigail O'Connor of Co-Brown, 2 minutes, 25.76 seconds.
It's Megan Cross and Maya
Hannah
Krishnan,
of Nashua South, 2 minutes, 24.
followed by Adriana Bracchio in 3rd place.
Emily Sweet of Nashua North.
Went through at about 84 seconds.
In 2nd place, Jacqueline Gaughan of Exeter, 2 minutes, 22.78 seconds. And the winner of the girls' 800-meter run in 2018, Merrimack Invitational champion, Macy Graves of Pinkerton, 2 minutes, 20.53 seconds. Those individuals can pick up their medals here at the press box.
So they're right about 11:10 pace for that first lap.
All right, now I can catch up. Frank it. Thank you.
So 11:15 pace for that first lap
Oh, that's
from
solid.
Megan Cross. A good group though, right in the front. They're all kind of staying within striking distance.
The boys long jump in 6th place, Paul
I mean,
Marchand,
just about perfect conditions.
19 feet, 7 inches. In 5th place,
Yeah, it is. The wind
Cool,
picked up again.
a little bit of wind, not too bad.
It keeps you cool.
1/4 inches. In 4th place,
So a lot of jockeying for position. Those first 7 positions, a lot of trading back and forth.
20 feet, 4 1/4
A lot of you take the lead. No, I'll take the lead. Okay, you take the lead. I'll take the lead.
I bet you anything it ain't going to be that way in the 2 mile. He's
No.
pissed.
No.
So I'm not so sure he might hold it, but he's going to be.
Sabanda of Salem, 20 feet.
He's going to make it go fast, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Athletes can pick up the medals here at the press box.
I think the girls run a different race too than the boys do.
Yeah, it's a lot younger.
Boys are out for blood.
The boys long jump announced. So.
So Megan Cross still in the lead, followed now by Ariana Bracchio.
Hey, you're running well. Good job.
It also looks like Mason D'Amelio and Addison Cox and Violet Sullivan all in that top 5, and they're starting to separate now.
From where I was, it looked like we went 2-3 in that. No?
4:19 through the 1200. So they're right around 11:30 pace now. They dropped off a little bit.
Huh?
11:30 is where most of these top girls came in seated. So maybe with the 5 of them running together, maybe somebody will decide they want to pick up the pace. That's a tight 5-person pack group right now.
Yeah.
Lead pack.
42.9. His best was 41.11.
They haven't switched positions much the last 2 laps, so that maybe they're
You're right on.
kind of falling into a pattern now. They're content to sit and just wait and see how the race develops.
Right. It's definitely gotten tactical here.
Yeah.
But it's mostly younger girls in there, too. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's not like,
Freshmen and sophomores for the
Yeah.
most part.
right. Violet Sullivan's a little bit older.
Yeah. junior, I think.
Yeah.
Still Megan Cross and Ariana Bracchio, Addison Cox, Mason D'Amelio, Violet Sullivan.
What lap we on?
That's through the mile now, 5:45.
So 1 mile to go.
Yep. Still 11:30.
Here are the results of the girls' high jump. The girls' high jump. In 6th place.
What's the earliest you think any of these girls are going to make a move?
I don't know. This one might go right down to the last lap.
Last lap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4 feet 10 inches.
It's one of those races where,
4th place.
if it stays that tight, it might stay that tight for a little while.
Yeah.
Because
Well, because
no
so
one's
many of
afraid to pull the
these
trigger.
girls are all so close in
Right.
ability, they've got to be thinking, too, like, if I make a move too early, these other girls are going to bury me by the end of the race.
4 feet 10 inches. In 2nd place, Emily Lesberg of Pinkerton, 5 feet even. And the winner of the girls' high jump.
What do you do in that 5th position if this is a little bit over your head? You just try and hang on?
Just hang on. That's it. Hang on.
Jump 5 feet 2 inches.
If you're not sure you're going to win this race, you just hang on.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, see, Addison's starting to look down a little
Yeah,
bit. She needs
yeah.
the race.
The
I
gap
always
is-
tell the kids. The finish line.
The race is ahead
the
of you.
finish line
not
is
at
right
your
there.
feet. Yeah.
So you got to kind of. So she's kind of breaking right now
Yeah,
a little bit.
the 3 of them have separated a little. 7:11, so it's down to around 11:28, 11:27. So looks like those 3 in the lead made a little bit of a move.
Good job today. You did well.
Well, we're gonna split it down there, but that's I feel good to
Yeah, this is now like a 3-person race.
Yeah.
Violet Sullivan, Ariana Bracchio, and Megan Cross.
Violet Sullivan looks pretty strong.
Yeah. I mean, even if you're not Jackie Gaughan's level, just her being on your team makes you better.
Right.
Boys 200. I haven't announced them yet. This is great. Somebody in the trucks.
Yeah, Sullivan looks really comfortable. Almost like she's telling herself not to get too close and clip her heels.
Right.
Apparently, you can see all these girls.
Just bide your time. Reel off another lap right behind her. Bracchio looks like she wants to make a move. But she was shut down.
Here goes Violet.
Yep. Well, 2 laps to go. And is 800 meters left to go? If you're feeling it, is that a smart move that early?
Well, if you're strong, I mean, at Cole Brown, Max Island made an 800 move.
Mm-hmm.
No one covered it, and ended up winning by like 8 seconds. So if you make it, you better
you gotta be committed to it.
Yeah, you better make it. I hate half-hearted moves.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to put especially if I'm coming around and passing the person, I'm going to let them know.
This is for real.
Yeah, and if I'm
Yeah.
front and I want to make a move, I'm going to make a move. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to let you think twice, like, hey, you're not going with me. Again, the mall cop. Right? Make them think you have a gun.
Yeah.
Even though you both, even though we both don't. No, you don't.
This is first place.
Yes.
All right, so
Violet Sullivan's
Sullivan's
in first place.
open up a lead. Morgan Cross not able to cover that move. 10 flat. So she dropped down to 11:20 pace.
Good for Violet Sullivan.
Yeah.
Hopefully, she can hold on.
Yeah.
It's not over that. It's
No,
not over yet.
it's not.
It's only a 3-second lead.
Okay, so who's in second now?
Yeah, if Megan Cross wants him, if she wants her, she's got to move
Cross.
now. She can't wait till that last straightaway.
4-second lead.
Sullivan looks
So
strong.
she actually put a
yeah.
second on her.
She's looking strong.
With 200 meters to go in the girls' 3,200-meter run, this is Violet Sullivan.
It's a good turnover. She's increasing her lead. She's pulling away.
Yeah, she looks good. Good for her.
Oops. And normally, if she wants to run the 2 mile in a meet, she's got to contend with her teammate. So this is good for her. Get her a win.
Help all these runners home.
Yeah, she looks good.
This is Violet Sullivan of Exeter. Pushing for second, Megan Cross of Pinkerton.
So 11:19 for Sullivan.
All right, well, I'm going to sign off on this one for me.
All right,
I'm going to cheer my son on.
there you go.
Thought I would do it, but I still don't know if I have that kind of self-control.
Yeah, having partnered with Jimmy before during his son's race, I thought I might come up for it. Relieve him a little bit.
We don't have that button that can bleep
Nope.
out things, do we? So we got another. We got at least another minute of this race for our last finishers to come through.
Yeah, I was on the other side and saw Forrest doing a stride, and I said, "You know what? I've seen this before. I'm gonna go. Gonna go check on Jimmy."
Well, the plan is to not let this one go out slow.
Yeah, we've seen that enough at this point in the season.
Yeah. No, it's time for a good, fast race. Who cares about the win?
We did see that's at Black Bear. Very slow opening.
The boys went out slower than the girls in the
Yeah.
3,200.
And then after that first lap, when Forrest heard the time, he took it upon himself to go out hard and make up some time. But
Yeah, he'd already lost his 7 or 8 seconds on that first lap, though, and once lost, time cannot be recovered.
so it
That's
looks
what
like
I say every year when I get 1 year older. All that time's gone, and I can't get it back.
last couple runners finishing up
Yep.
now. Pretty close battle between them.
13:04. So we've got one more individual race in the books. Do you want to read through our starting list?
Oh, I'd love nothing more. So as we were talking about, we do have Forrest McKenzie at Concord, Evan Tangway, Cole-Brown, Evan Clark, Manchester Memorial, Joseph Corinne, Nashville North, Alex Duncan, Concord, Jacob Herberdue, Timberlane, thank you, Joe Gagnon from Pinkerton, Eli Bosch Dining, Concord, Joshua Thompson, Dover, Gideon Prince, Nashville North, Tom Vanderslice, Exeter, Gavin Lewis, Cole-Brown, Luke Kasich, Cole-Brown, James Sullivan, Exeter, Jamie Maddock, Nashville North, Scott Payton, Merrimack, Jake Donnelly, Londonderry, Nathan Stein, Sauhegan, Nathan Lettier, Pinkerton, and Gregor Brock, Exeter. So that is a field of 20.
It's a big field.
Does look like a big field out there on the track now. And they're off.
Not a huge gap in the times either, less than a minute. So expect to not see anybody lapped. So with 20 runners and nobody getting lapped, that's a big field.
Yeah, and we can
You
see
can
right.
Forrest is already
He's taking
making
it out.
good on his promise.
Just like plan was.
Well, that's Curran and Clark going with him. Tangway behind, and Eli Bosch Dining. No, I'm sorry, that's Jacob. No, that is Eli Bosch Dining. Yep.
A little bit more spread out at the front than we're used to seeing
Yeah.
during the first lap, but as by design.
Okay, maybe a little bit faster than he was expecting. 65, so that's
That's pretty aggressive.
Little aggressive. That's, yeah.
It doesn't seem to be backing off quite yet.
That's like 8:55 pace.
Nate Hillier of Concord and Tyreek Noel of Manchester Memorial. Those 8.
I'm not seeing him kind of slow down at all or any
No, I mean
indication from a coach.
he can run that pace for 4 to 5 laps for sure.
Might be
I
laboring
think he's going to
just
tune
a
it
little
back
bit
just
now,
a
yeah.
little bit.
Noel report to the finals of the boys triple jump.
But I give a lot of credit to him. He was not gonna sit and let a pack dictate the pace he was going to run.
Here are the results of the girls triple jump.
So, of course, that is forced in first by
Yep.
about 5 meters or so, and then pack of 3.
Now that chase pack, Eli Bosch Dining, Evan Tangway, and Joe Curran from North.
33 feet 4 inches.
If he can saddle up with the 3 of them,
33 feet.
they can do something with this. So 2:18, still running about a 9:10 pace. 9:10 is a very good time.
Yeah, I think if Forrest can hang on, maintain like this, it's going to be a good race for him. But right now, that group of 3 is set up perfect.
Yep.
National North winning jump 36 feet 6 1/2 inches.
Well, Jim was also predicting that Eli Bosch Dining was going to have a great race today.
Awards here at the press box.
Tangway and Curran both looking relaxed. Nobody actually looks like they're overworking right now. They all look pretty comfortable. Tangway's cadence is just about perfect.
Here are the results.
Yeah, he's a smooth runner on the
Yeah.
track.
Very efficient. None of them, they're all being pretty efficient with their strides. There's Bosch Dining looking down at his feet a little bit. That's kind of a tell
Between Megan Walters of Pinkerton
that his legs are working a little bit harder than he wants them to.
Londonderry.
3:31. So now about a 9:22.
9 feet 6 inches.
So we've come off our 8:55 pace back down to earth.
9 feet 6 inches.
9:22 is good, and they don't want to go any slower than that. So
9 feet.
this is where he's going to have to work hard, maintain this pace. And that group behind him, 9:25 is definitely in their wheelhouse. So,
Winning jump 9 feet.
and it looks like Jacob Huberdeau now from Timberlane's moved up to be with that group.
Yeah, hard to tell if that group came back to him or he moved up because we
I-
do see that gap widening from
I think
first
that
to
group
second.
he moved up. I think he's moved up to that group because now Curran's going to pull away a little bit, try to separate himself. And we also got, who else we got in that group?
I believe that's Jacob from Timberlane.
Alex Duncan from Concord in that group now too. And then Gagnon from Pinkerton is a little bit trailing behind that. But still Forrest McKenzie out front.
And we still do see a number of them under that 5-minute mark.
Yeah.
Say more than half.
So going through at that lead position of 4:43 through that first mile puts him right around a 9:22, 9:23.
And as we go back to our leader. He has put on I think the lead keeps growing right now.
Yeah, that pack behind him is falling back a little bit. Huberdeau now is going to make a move to the front of that lead, that chase pack.
Yeah, someone in that pack has to step up and start leading it again because you got to switch out at that point.
They don't want to fall too far off because they're all capable of that 920, mid 920 range. And right now they've fallen just under 930, or just over 930 pace, rather. So Forrest is 5:57. Drops him to about a 9:27. Still sub 9:30, but I know he wanted more than just sub 9:30. He wanted a solid low 9:20s, maybe under 9:20. He's still in range. He's got time to make that happen.
Yeah, it'd be a sizable
Chase pack has, despite their best efforts, it has fallen off a little bit even more. That's still Curran and Huberdeau with Bosch Dining, Duncan, and Tangway. Nope. So 800 left. 9:36.
Looks like he might have picked it up just a little bit right
Yep.
there.
Yep. Now that 65 opening lap may have been a little bit too much juice.
I'll take a 65 over an 80, though.
Well, that's true. That's true. .600 meters to go for Forrest McKenzie. His lead has expanded to about 50 meters now. He's looking to, wants to be right around 8:20 if he's going to hope to go under 9:30. Now, if he could close with a 65, he'd be sub at 9:30. He opened with a 65. Let's see what he closes with. He's at 8:25 for one lap to go.
Picking it up, it does look a little tired.
Lead's ballooned to about a 60-meter lead now.
Still looks strong with his stride. Staying nice and upright. Do see separation in our secondary pack right now.
Yep. He's going to be right around a 9:38. So coming off the straightaway, 100 meters to go.
Not going to be under that 9:30 mark, but still a good time.
9:35, 9:36. So not exactly what he was hoping for, but solid race. Duncan at 9:44. Curran, rather. Huberdeau, Tangway, 9:51. Our top 8 runners, all under 10 minutes. Not bad. This is Vanderslice from Exeter. It's PR for him by about 3 seconds.
So I'm wondering what your thoughts are on the 32, especially on the boys' side right now in the state. To me, it seems like it's a lot of fluctuation, and there's no steady, no constant run, and it's still the guys figuring it out, even though they've been here before.
Well, I think that this was just such an odd season in terms of training early on, where nobody's really been able to put in, you know, the level of work they would normally have put in by this point in the season. So there is a lot of almost like they're using these races as workouts.
Yep.
And you'll see, a guy will go 10:30 one week and 9:50 the next week, and then he'll be back down at 10:15. So there is a lot of up and down with these 2-mile races, and I think a lot of that is training and also conditions. We've had some lousy meet conditions too.
Oh, yeah.
It's been, almost too cold for the distance runners, which is almost hard to believe.
Okay, I just announced the boys 200. So pass that.
So next event on the track is the girls 4x4 relay.
400-meter relay. Girls 4x400-meter relay.
So it looks like we had a little bit of reseeding.
No, yeah. Probably down to 2 heats now instead of 3. That's what happened in the 200 is they just condensed heats. That's, let's see, that's Campbell, North. Campbell's in lane 2. North is in lane 3. That could be Pinkerton in lane 4.
Might
Or
be
no, that's
Londonderry.
probably
That's
Londonderry.
Londonderry.
Yeah, that's Londonderry. So maybe we do have 3 heats. So interesting here at the 4x4 at Merrimack, they'll use a 3-turn stagger instead of our traditional 2-turn stagger.
Yep. Yeah, and it does look like it is going to be Campbell, Nashua North, and Londonderry. 3-turn stagger throwing me off a little bit.
Yeah. So you'll see that first runner run completely in their lanes, and then the second runner will actually run the first turn in their lane as well, and then be cutting in just around the long jump pit.
Right about where they are now.
Yep, right about there.
So we do see already making up that stagger. That would be Campbell.
Girls 3,200-meter run. The girls 3,200
Yep,
meter.
they've moved ahead of North, so
Making it up in that first turn now on a 3-turn. That's pretty good.
either North's fallen back behind their stagger or Campbell is ahead of them.
DeMello of Pinkerton, 11 minutes, 46.16 seconds. In 4th place, Addison Cox of Co-Brown, 11 minutes, 44.32 seconds. In 3rd place, Ariana Brasio.
So hard to tell with the stagger, but right now
Yeah.
it does look pretty close between Londonderry and Campbell, though Londonderry with a strong kick bringing into her teammate.
This one's tough to tell where the actual exchange is again because it's a
Yeah. That
3-turn.
was,
It's always a guessing game here.
that was a significant kick from
Yeah.
Londonderry.
North had a little shaky handoff there.
11 minutes, 19.62
Second runner kind of being flat-footed when she got the baton.
here at the press box.
So now you see Londonderry will cut in to lane 1 on a nice tangent to the corner. That's good to see. Not cutting directly into lane 1 after the cones.
I announced the girls 3,200.
And then Campbell's in second and Nashua in third.
So Londonderry pretty far out in front right now.
Yep.
Let's see if she has as strong of a kick as her teammate.
I'm gathering that these seed times are all probably ones you could throw out the window because, again, with relays you can have any number of kids who put up a time, and you might have 4 different kids in this race.
Yeah, we see him
208 through the halfway
halfway
point.
through 208, so
416. That'd be a
much,
huge PR off
much
of their
faster from
seed
the
time.
seed time. That would actually put them in the top 6 contention. So we'll see what the 3rd and 4th leg have. But right now I'm thinking we're going to have to keep track of that time.
Yeah. To see what the last 2 heats put up for times.
Jeremiah Sweat of Exeter, 41 feet, 2 inches. In 5th place, Roz O'Pale.
With a 40 meter lead right now, it looks like.
4 1/2 inches. In 4th place, Jared Dyer of Merrimack, 42 feet, 9
finishing up that long turn that we
Yep.
have here at Merrimack.
I like the turns here.
In second place, Khalil Serafisi.
Not very tight, can favor a
Yep.
quick time in some of the sprint events.
That's right. You can see some very fast 200 and 400 times here.
Baton crossing the line right about 316. Not the cleanest handoff we've seen tonight,
No.
2 1/2 inches.
but it did the job.
Both the boys' chocolate and biscuits. Congratulations.
Campbell's about 9 seconds back behind them.
I'm seeing Londonderry's
Londonderry.
fourth leg with a very strong.
Their lead is ballooned to about 80 meters now.
So again, Londonderry coming in with a seed time of 4:41.
They'll be well under that
Yeah.
time. 4:17, 4:18.
Down the final straightaway, this is Londonderry. Leading in section 1 of the girls' 4x400 meter relay. They're being followed by
So looks like 4:20 even for Londonderry in this first heat, followed by Campbell and Nashua North.
Campbell crossing 4:32.
4:32.
North finishing up right at that 4:40 mark. So that was the first heat of the girls. Second heat of the girls 4x4 stepping out onto the track. Looks like they pretty much are ready to go, actually. Lane 1, Merrimack. Lane 2, Dover. Lane 3, Alvern. Lane 4, Concord. And then Lane 5, Sauhegan.
It's like Concord is not running their, is not going to run their 4x4. His lane 4 is empty right now. It can happen. So good for the runners to have some practice with this 3-turn stagger. Most of these D1 schools in this heat, so they will be coming back here in 2 weeks for the Division I meet.
And then again the following week
For Meet of Champions, right?
And we plan to be here for both.
Yep.
Live streaming again.
Yep. So lane 4 empty, Concord not running. Lane 6 had no team in it. And yep, all these teams are, no, Sauhegan's Division 2, but the other 3 teams are Division 1.
Coming down this last stretch.
Sauhegan
fairly
in the lead
even.
right now.
Again, one more turn in the stagger, but some decent handoffs.
Hard to tell whether it's getting the baton first, where you are in the zone.
Yeah. Merrimack is
looks
in
like
first
Merrimack.
currently, and
Yeah.
with lane 1, they should be set to maintain that position through the break.
They had a good handoff. They had a good handoff.
So that should be Merrimack in first,
Yep, followed by Dover,
and
and then
Sauhegan.
oh, Sauhegan's going to pass Dover, and Alvern in 4th.
Seeing Merrimack coming down the final straight.
Yep.
Good race between
Second and
Sauhegan
third.
and Dover
Yeah.
right now.
Keeping that interesting.
That could come down to the handoff for the next position. Merrimack, decent handoff. both teams pretty much mirrored the handoffs. Although Dover does sprint ahead to make sure it gets that gap, or gets in front of Souhegan and starts working on that gap with Merrimack.
So right now our team race on the girls' side, none of these 4 teams are in our top 6.
See Dover challenging the lead of Merrimack right now.
Yeah.
Looking to pass before the turn, not sure it's going to happen.
Although with these wider turns, it's possible to work off of the turn.
Merrimack looking to finish it strong.
Coming into our anchor legs.
So on the straightaway, we've got Merrimack 1,
Here
Dover
comes
2,
Souhegan
3,
again.
And Alvern in 4.
Souhegan's gaining on Dover.
So 3:17.
3:17.
Now Merrimack's anchors taking it out. Seeing a slightly faster turnover.
Yeah, but
from Dover, I believe. Thinking that gap might just be too much, though.
yeah, it's gonna run out of race.
At this point, you got to keep chasing, hope for that wall, but still run for time.
Hoping for that piano.
Merrimack not looking to budge, though.
Nope. Looking strong.
So finishing up section 2, Merrimack in first, crossing the line.
But behind Londonderry's time of 4:20.
Yeah, crossing 4:26, Dover 4:28.
Alvern 4:30. So
Alvern must have had a good
Londonderry still has the top time from their first heat with a 4:20.
And with that, we come to our third and final heat of the girls 4x4. Lane 1, Exeter. Lane 2, Nashua South. Lane 3, Portsmouth. In 4, Manchester Memorial. 5, Pinkerton. And 6, Co-Brown.
So going into this final heat, Nashua South cannot lose the meet. They are up by 15 points on Pinkerton.
It does look like all of our girls' events in the field have been completed.
You don't have it over there? No, we have the girls 800 guys. Yeah, all right. Shoot, I should have asked her for another copy. All right. What's the guys 800 you're missing? Yeah.
Looks like we're about ready to go. We do see Nashua South opting to use blocks, so might have been that extra second just to get them set, ready to go. But we do see 2 teams using blocks as they're off. Again, Exeter, Nashua South, Portsmouth, Memorial, Pinkerton, and Co-Brown.
Portsmouth is our top seeded team in this event.
We do see
4:14.
That lane 1 passing lane 2. Hard to tell with 3 turns still, but making up that stagger early on.
In 4th place, Jordan Kaiser of Exeter, 100 feet, even. In 3rd place, Akalong Wambu of Londonderry, 100 feet, 3.
Some good finishes from these girls as they enter the straightaway.
So it would appear actually Portsmouth is not running.
107 feet, 5 inches. And the winner of the girls' discus, 2018 Merrimack Invitational Champion.
Pinkerton getting the handoff first.
Tallest of Cobra, setting a new Merrimack Invitational heat record, 148 feet, 3 inches. Congratulations. Those individuals can pick up their medals here at the press box. There we go.
Thank you.
All right.
So this looks like after the stagger, we'll see a little bit of a battle. Should make for some good handoffs. See how close it gets on this turn.
I could be like a boxing right here.
Does look like second and third battling. Good pass on that.
Both got very dark uniforms. It's tough to see who it is from this distance.
Especially now that
That's Memorial passing Exeter.
especially now under the lights that we have here.
Yeah. Pinkerton's easy to tell. Bright red.
Good job, Ed. Made it. The third leg's taking the batons now. Pinkerton leading everyone through the exchange.
Pinkerton going out hard.
I guess Portsmouth didn't play this one.
With Memorial and Exeter chasing.
Yep. Oh, that lead is kind of evaporated now.
And we do see a strong move from fourth to third. Getting hard to tell, but I believe that is South now in third.
Yeah, Exeter's into second, South, and then Memorial.
Tight battle coming into
Yeah.
that fourth leg.
Last leg for Pinkerton and Exeter. That's Brittany Johnson for Pinkerton. Not sure who Exeter is going to
Passing
anchor
about
with.
309.
So well, they're both under Londonderry's 4x4 pace. But I dare say Londonderry's probably going to end up scoring. Well, no, they definitely are because there's only 5 teams in this heat.
I see it every week. We see it.
Yep.
Someone from that a slower heat always coming through in that
Yep.
4x4. Good battle up front though.
Pinkerton and Exeter. Oh, Memorial's not out of this.
No, making a strong move on that
Look
corner.
at that. Look at that.
Coming up
Gonna
shoulder
take 'em.
with them.
Going to take them both off the turn.
Yeah, running wide.
Oh, Exeter able to hold off.
But Exeter with just a hair of a lead right now.
Exeter going to able to hang off 4:13.
Great leg from Memorial though. Come back.
Londonderry's going to hang on for 5th place. So now our final heat, or final event rather. Final event.
So we see him walking onto the track now. Our first heat of the boys 4x4 relay. Lane 2, Alvern. Lane 3, Timberlane. Lane 4, Campbell. And in lane 5, Souhegan.
Lane 3, Timberlane. Lane 4, Campbell. And lane 5, Souhegan. This is section 1 of the boys 4x400 meter relay.
Where's Merrimack? That's who's helping me.
So with only the girls' long jump remaining to be scored, South with a 21-point lead over Pinkerton.
We do see the boys' jav is still being contested. Looks like everything else is wrapped up though.
Yeah, boys' triple jump has not been scored either. Looks like they're done competing, but they just haven't had the results in yet. The boys' side, Concord has a 16-point lead over Pinkerton.
Yeah, and speaking of Concord,
16 points.
we do welcome back Jim McKenzie.
So he listened to you on that first lap, 64.
Yeah, a little too much. But he didn't
Closed
even know.
really well, though, 9:36. It's
Yeah.
a good time.
So, yeah, he was happy with it. How about Luke Kasich, though, breaking 10 minutes?
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
That's very
Another
good.
freshman.
Not many freshmen have done that.
No.
So 10 guys, I think, were under 10 guys under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But, hey, guess what? That's how you got to do it. Can't mess around.
No messing around.
You know. There's not many freshmen that have broken 10 minutes.
No. Well, in that second pack, I saw that Huberdeau, I thought he closed up to that pack, but I think Greg was right that pack fell back to him.
Yeah, so 935.9, 944, 946, 948.
Yeah, 10 of them.
Josh,
9:59.98. Can't get much closer than that.
no, that's good, huh? Nothing wrong with it.
Dining, you were right. You called that one, too.
Yep. Well, we knew that's
race.
a PR for him too.
Yeah.
946. Joe Gagnon. I talked to Joe Gagnon. I go, what's going on with you in the mile? He goes, he got his someone stepped on his heel. He was running with his foot outside his spike the whole way.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but he
That's hard
came
to-
back with a
it's hard, yeah.
948 today,
Yeah.
and I think that's his PR too, or close to it.
I ran an 800 in high school. Somebody clipped my shoe, and I just kicked it off.
Yeah, that's what
I
you
just
got to
ran
do.
barefoot.
I finished a cross country race one time with one shoe and got my doors blown off by Dan Godin in the finish because I was one shoe on, one shoe off, one shoe on. And I was just like, man, if I had to do that over again, the other shoe would have come off.
Run barefoot, yeah.
Had a huge lead on him, but he was a 4:17 miler, and I was like, oh no. And if I had two shoes on, he wasn't going to catch me, but
Yeah.
boy, he went by me like it was nothing. Clip clop, clip clop. So where are we at with the scores? Like up to date scores?
We're missing
Javelin.
javelin and triple jump on the boys' side.
So I would say Pinkerton's going to get 10 points there for javelin because they have the best javelin thrower in the state. So that should be like 78.
And triple jump. Pinkerton have any triple jumpers?
I don't know if they do. Girls' side, Nashville South's got that pretty much.
Pinkerton,
Nothing.
nothing. Concord's got the number 6 seed in the.
Yeah, it's all going to come. I think it's going to come down in this relay, but
As it should. Pinkerton's javelin thrower apparently is not in the meet.
he must have went to Laux.
Laux, yeah.
Yeah. So
But
no.
Concord doesn't have anybody in the
So
jab
that's-
either.
And Concord's won it then.
Yeah.
Dalton Mutz is actually a pretty good javelin thrower. He's throwing like 135
Yeah.
feet.
Nice.
And the number 3 legs are getting ready to pass to the anchor runners.
Got Elvin in the lead right now.
Sauhegan.
Elvin, Sauhegan, second, and then Timberlane, and then Campbell.
So girls meet is it's already decided too, even without the long jump. South has a 20-point lead.
Remember 2 years ago when Concord in the 4x400, kid interfered and they lost the meet. But I remember telling Hayden Daly it's better to lose it here than lose it in the state championship. Then they came back and won the state championship.
Yeah.
But kid cut across the track to celebrate, and he was DQ'd.
Oh, you know what? I'm wrong. The javelin is not seeded by distance. It's alphabetical. So, yeah, John King,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
185.
Timberlane.
I thought so because I
Yeah.
was talking on there. I knew clearly Pinkerton kid won.
Yeah, this alphabetical seeding makes it tough to see what's out there.
Yeah, it's been kind of confusing on that end.
Yeah.
So I don't know what other scores are not out there, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Placed in the top 6 in their events. Your awards can be picked up here in the press box. Athletes in all events.
So Heat 1's in the books.
Top 6. Pick up your awards here in the press box. Next event on the track will be
Heat 2, we got Dover, Londonderry, Exeter, Co-Brown, and Nashua South.
Dover. Lane 2, Londonderry. Lane 3, Exeter. Lane 4, Co-Brown. Lane 5, Nashua South. This is section 2 of the boys 4 by 400 meter relay.
You've literally been saying like everyone's gonna win, like Dylan Crawford. Oh, you are. Okay.
So who we getting here?
We got Dover, Londonderry, Exeter, Co-Brown, and South.
Okay.
So 3-turn staggers, a little bit of adjustment for a lot of these kids. Not used to running these.
Lead legs of section 2 of the boys 4 by 400 are off.
But for all these guys,
Lap in their lane.
well, except Co-Brown, all the rest are D1 schools, so they'll be back here in 2 weeks for the D1 championship meet. So good practice for them to learn the 3-turn stagger.
Right now we got Co-Brown
Co-Brown
leading
and South,
Nashua South,
Exeter. And Dover and Londonderry trailing.
Passes are made to the second runners. They will stay in their lanes around the turn and then be able to cut in on the straightaway, the far straightaway. Dover, Londonderry, Exeter, Co-Brown, and Nashua South.
That's Exeter and Dover now, 1 and 2. Co-Brown third.
Oh, Josh, you gotta show Haley your dance move. Smell it. It smells so good.
Boy, Dover. That was a
Dover.
good leg by
A
Dover.
good run, yeah.
A tight race here. Number 2 runners getting ready to pass off. Dover, Exeter, Co-Brown.
It's, Tyler Troy, who won the pole vault earlier today, running third leg. Londonderry's now moved up into third. So a lot of jockeying for position, going back and forth, teams. All except Exeter. They've kind of just hung out front the whole time. Or Dover, rather. I'm sorry. That's Dover out front.
And the third leg's getting ready to pass on to the anchor legs. Dover, Exeter,
Dover looks strong.
Yeah,
Co-Brown, and Nashua South.
The second leg is what made it for them.
yeah.
Yeah, look at this kid though. He looks
He's got
like
long legs.
Yeah, he looks like could be an awesome hurdler.
Yeah.
It's the kid they called Edwin Moses, right?
Yeah.
He does. He's got that
Yeah.
long stride.
lanky stride. Yeah, he could cover the distance between those 400 hurdles in like 3 steps.
They're closing though.
Yeah.
Closing hard.
Yeah.
Money was found. Was it green?
Exeter is.
Look at him close.
Oh,
Look at him
yeah.
close.
Oh.
It'll be tough. Is he gonna hold him off?
No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, so close.
That was a tight one.
Yeah. Now, without Dover's second leg, though, that doesn't happen.
Oh, he made up a lot of ground. So this is for all the marbles right
Yep.
here, because I would say the score is really 78-72. Wouldn't you agree? If they don't have the javelin in there yet.
Well, yeah. Even if they don't have it, I mean, given he's the best thrower in the state.
Yep. So Pinkerton, I don't think there's any Rumwick out there, so that's not going to help them. They get Dismaris and they get Woodman.
Yep.
Woodman, you know, he's probably 3 seconds faster than anybody else out there at this point.
Well, right.
Running the 49.
Right.
Lane 5, Nashua North. This is section 3.
Concord doesn't have Dalton Mutz on this one.
100-meter relay.
It's all going to come down to Patrick Hall's lead leg right here.
Yeah.
If he doesn't crap the bed, they'll be fine.
Oh, and they've got Pat Hanlon to
Yeah, Hanlon's tough. He's
go to as well.
Yeah, Pinkerton should win this. It's whether Concord will come in second, third, or fourth. you
Yeah.
know. Is there a refresh on this? We can.
Yeah.
Still haven't. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
78,
Javelins
72.
in. Yep.
thought.
Exactly.
So figure that out. Pinkerton wins. They score 82. What does Concord have to get? 4
They
points.
got to get fourth or best. Fourth will tie. Better than that,
It's gonna be
they
clo-
win outright.
Yeah, it's going to be close. It's all going to come down to this lead leg right here. Concord. Yep.
So
Yep. 78-72 right now.
if more than two teams finish ahead of Concord in this heat, then they tie
400-meter relay, section 3.
for the win.
Patrick Hall can run a 50, but he just he's
Yeah.
hot and cold sometimes. He looks good right now, but let's just see when we get around.
Flag of Portsmouth, 138 feet.
He's got some teammates weighing on the process, so hopefully he keeps it together.
Yeah.
But no real fast guys. It's all 52s and 53s for Concord.
See, I love to see teams lined up around like the whole track, like on every turn, both straightaways, cheering people on all the way around.
Pinkerton's in fourth right now.
Yeah.
But it's
It's hard to tell with his first handoff, but
when you give it to Woodman,
yeah,
he's
he can cover almost anybody,
Merrimack Invitational,
even if he's got a
Sean King,
3-second deficit, like you said.
winning throw, 173 feet.
I don't know. We'll see. This leg doesn't look that good right now.
Congratulations. Those athletes can pick up their awards.
Now we're coming back.
This is Concord, Merrimack, Pinkerton, Memorial, and North.
Well, if it stays like it is with Concord 5th and Pinkerton 6th, it doesn't matter.
I'm telling you, Woodman can come from last to first
Yeah.
on this one.
So Merrimack out front, followed by Memorial, North.
Concord's making
Concord's
a move now.
making a move.
Concord and Pinkerton,
Pinkerton,
very close race.
This would be a good leg here. Yeah, this is where you got to get the distance right now.
yeah. Put that gap in now.
Well, Woodman's going to have some room to make up, but I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
he
he can do
can.
it.
He really can.
Concord's got a 52 guy closing, so they should be able to pull out no worse than second. Nashua North kid's fast though.
Who's Concord anchoring with?
Adam Dwight, I think.
Okay.
And the number 3 leg,
No, Concord move into the lead now.
Concord, North, Memorial.
That's Wilkes' brother right there, who's running at UNH now.
That's a 3-second gap right now for Woodman.
Yeah, he's going to make it up. You watch.
Yeah. Him catch these first two teams before he gets to the turn.
But I don't think the other guys are going to catch the Concord guys. So, kid from Nashua North, pretty fast on 400. Look at
Yeah,
Woodman.
right, because not only would Woodman have to catch and pass Concord 2 other teams would have to pass them, too.
But see that Nashua North kid's
Oh,
tough.
man, look at this. Look at this.
Yep, they're going to do it. Ugh. Hopefully he's got a good kick.
Oh, my gosh.
Goodness, anchor leg by Pinkerton. Moving to first.
1, 2.
And there goes your championship.
Oh.
Oriole, Concord. Pinkerton pulling away.
So what's that at?
That's a share of the title.
tie. Share of a title.
Yep.
I'd rather kiss my sister. I don't have a sister.
Yeah, well.
Oh, that's too bad.
That concludes the
Yep.
morning events.
But
But it's all
like
right.
you said 2 years ago, you'd rather have it happen here than
Right.
2 weeks from now.
I kind of called that race, though, huh?
Yeah, you did. You jinxed them.
Woodman's fast. That bottom
Oh,
line,
man.
he's fast.
3 seconds he made up on that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But he's 3 seconds faster than everybody else.
That's true, yeah. Well, it's kind of a sad way to end the meet, but it was
Yep.
exciting nonetheless.
So as we have it, Concord and Pinkerton tied for first on the
Yep.
boys' side, and on
Yep.
the girls' side, Nashua South ran away with it
Yeah, blew him away.
over Pinkerton.
So that'll end it for this week, and our next meet is going to be Seacoast, but I don't think you'll be there, right?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. But till then, Dave Zink and Jim McKenzie for New Hampshire Track and Field, and hope you had a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Okay.